into your eyes. It comes as no surprise. You're slipping away. And yeah, you're the love of my life. It's so cold at night. I'm begging you to stay. I know it's all a masquerade. I know you're not afraid. You're just what I've been looking for. No other boy can love you more. You're the only girl I adore. You're just what I've been looking for. Time, man, your broken heart just don't fall apart. The truth will hold inside. And yeah, I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let them know. Pain you have to hide. I know it's all a big charade. I know you're not afraid. No, you're just what I've been looking for. No other boy can love you more. You're the only girl I adore. You're just what I've been looking for. Just what I'm looking for. Just what I've been looking for. No other boy will love you more. You're the only girl I adore. You're just what I've been looking for.
He's been looking for a chick with a dick. Howdy, folks. What's going on tonight? Creepy Kentuckian is here.
Buddy, put me on here. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
Get me up on here now. Come on.
Where are we at?
I don't know. This thing's going on forever, boys. There we are.
This should be over with. Come on,
It ain't
Ghoulie.
over with.
The Ghoulie needs to go to college and get the fuck out of here. Hang on a second.
There we go. God,
yeah.
everybody, look at that.
Yeah.
So I saw the Metal Man Ghoulie for like 10 minutes.
Metal
That's,
Man Ghoulie.
that's Metal Merle. That has nothing to do with Metal Man. We can't, because he's going to want royalties and shit, and we ain't going to do that.
Bruh. Pat's Blue Ribbon, bruh.
So, how is everyone tonight? What's going on? We got Born to Be Rad, Garrett in here. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? Nothing much. Just in here to do a little Hauloween spectacular with you boys.
So
It's Halloween Havoc, where we get put in the electric chair tonight.
Yeah, so
Someone will be in the
gonna-
electric chair.
The plan is, too, we're going to keep updating people throughout the night because I'm sure more people will stop by here while we're doing this haul. So at the end, we're going to give everybody fair warning, and we are talking Halloween Kills, spoilers and all. We ain't holding shit back because we've all seen it. Most of you guys in the chat should have seen it by now. I mean, it's on the cock for $5. If you haven't seen it, you must just not want to see it. That's the way I look at it.
Just don't want to see it because it's on there for $5.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it again. Good Lord.
Yeah, I actually watched part of it again earlier today just because I wanted to double check something, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But I haven't done a haul video since August, so I've got a decent amount of stuff. So I think the smart thing to do is go through this stuff rather quickly. And
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't have a lot of stuff, though, to be honest with you.
I don't really either. Surprisingly, this is probably like the lowest I've had since for a while. You know,
it's the one thing that I noticed too is like this might be one of the only ones that I've done where I don't have anything vinegar syndrome like whatsoever in this.
neither.
really,
Neither do I.
I think Vinegar Syndrome, like they sent some sort of just weird newsletter today that really had nothing. I don't are the October titles just not selling as well as they thought they would or something. I was wondering what's the deal with that, because it was just
What did they say?
it was basically an email telling everybody about their October releases, which have been out for 2 weeks already. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I get the suspicion. I don't know for certain that the September and October releases probably haven't sold that well, but I don't know. I can't say much because I did spend $150 on their goddamn bundle, but it's got trauma in it, and I had to.
Did you get it yet or no?
No, it's not.
When is that? Do you know when that's coming out?
That'll be December, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's around like the end of the Black Friday shit.
Because
I think.
there's 2 titles that Uncle Bill doesn't even know. Well, nobody knows what the hell they are.
Right.
So it's one of those deals. And I'm trying to take off Black Friday so we can actually do a proper show that night. Like stay up
That'd be
late.
killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
'Cause
for sure.
Severin has sales and stuff too, so it'll be interesting to see what everybody's got. So that'll be neat. But yeah, Hauloween. This was an Uncle Bill idea, I believe, right?
Well, it's not an idea, just the name really. Hauloween.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We always do these haul videos. I think you guys did Haulomania when I was in Florida.
We did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't done any of this in a while, and I've got stuff I got DVDs, 4Ks, Blu-rays. I've got a fun little item that I want to show that it is kind of funny because I end up getting it for free. And I would feel bad if I paid anything for it, but we'll talk about that later. It's a little Wish.com item that I didn't know was from Wish.com, one of those deals.
Oh, God.
You have to watch yourself when you're buying shit on Amazon now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because you end up getting it from Wish.
You end up getting a drop shipment from fucking Wish.com. From
That's weird.
Sichuan, China.
I tell you one thing that's happened to me on Amazon like a ton of times is that I'm just no good with like fucking, what something looks like versus like the actual like what it is. So they'll send me shit like I've ordered all kinds of stuff and I thought it was going to be like a big fucking thing and it's like that big or something like.
That's kind of what I've got.
Yeah, that's happened.
I mean, it's cool to have for free, I guess. I'll put it on my shelf or something, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started. But we do have some people in here. We'll give them some shoot outs. We've got Clifton in here. Brad
What's up,
Baker.
Cliff? What's up, Brad?
Bradley.
Stuntman Mark.
Yeah.
What up?
Mike B. Baby.
What up, Mike?
Ken Carlson. Pops.
Ken,
Movie
what's up?
Dungeon.
What's up, Pop?
Brad Baker. I may have mentioned some of these. John Cressett. Kenny O'Brien. Jay the Stingray.
What's up,
Old
man?
school.
Yeah, that is old school.
Old
What's up, Jay?
school Dead Pit Message Board member. Jay, what's going on, brother? So we're going to go ahead and get this party rolling. Lepke Vision Films is in here too.
What's up, Lep?
He's just dropping in to say howdy. How's everybody doing tonight?
Ah.
Somebody's mentioning this hat here. This is a Killer Clowns from Outer Space hat, and I just recently got it, and I love it. It's like Chucky.
Is that a Spirit exclusive or what?
No, there's a guy on Etsy that makes these hats. That and he's got some other ones. Like I can link you guys if you're interested.
Sure.
I actually picked this one up too. This is a Halloween 3.
Oh hell!
Nice.
And they're
That's sweet.
This is a fitted hat too, so this is the kind that because
wow.
I've got a rather big cranium. I have to get a specific size. You know what they say.
Big cranium.
Yeah, you know what they say about guys with big craniums.
No, what do they say?
They have to special order their hats. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll go ahead and get started since I've got a fuck ton of this shit. I want to go through all of the DVDs. How's that sound?
DVDs? Baby butt wipes?
Baby butt wipe, baby.
Buying
DVD.
DVDs now.
So Eve on down to your local Walmart and pick up a DVD.
He bought every one of those fucking glow-in-the-dark DVDs from Walmart.
This was a Sarah pick right here. It's got
No, you have to have those.
Eduardo Vastagui and Tammy Blanchard, baby. That's Tully's stepdaughter, baby.
Tammy Blanchard.
Tammy Blanchard. And one moment can change your life forever, Uncle Bill. And Bella, I'm sure that'll be killer.
What a big start to this show.
Yeah, that's fucking...
It's coming out swinging.
That's not how I saw this going. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a dollar well spent with
God.
Bella. It had Tammy Blanchard in it. Okay, so
The Bella twin.
Yeah. But yeah, all these are Goodwill deals. An American Haunting, which I think I've seen that, but it's been years. It's one that I didn't own. I think this was around the time frame when these studios were making
Shit.
fucking Well, only that, but Lionsgate was coming out with like 2 horror movies a week, and this was a Lionsgate movie. Donald Sutherland, Sissy Spacek, Rachel Hurdwood. This was another one was $1. I was surprised by this. This kind of newer movie, Unfriended, on DVD.
I'm probably going to catch a lot of shit for this. I actually really like that movie.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it when it was like, it was streaming on something, and I watched it. It's actually pretty good.
Is that what everybody in the chat felt when you left Facebook? They felt unfriended?
Friend. Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell happened to Uncle Bill?
He unfriended everybody.
I wish I could come through Facebook and murder people like that.
This one right
God,
here.
in that movie.
Blood Money, baby.
Wow.
What?
Lori
Is
Petty.
that Lori Petty? What the
Lori
fuck
Petty.
are you doing?
Yes. The whole reason I got this, right, is this is a mint case. This is the, those ones that usually break all to hell, right?
Yeah.
And eventually I'm going to replace this Evil Dead case that I got.
Ah.
I didn't get this at Goodwill. I got this at Mercari. So it'll be mint because I'm OCD, Uncle Bill.
Yep.
So I'll throw blood money in a damn regular case or something. All right.
Blood money.
That's all of my DVDs. Are you guys, anybody in the chat, excited about those pickups that I got? Total of about $6 worth of shit.
$6 for that shit, yeah. I'm excited about Blood Money. I'd like to see that.
I've actually got one DVD if we want to stick to the DVD stuff, which is surprising. I didn't even realize I had it.
Might as well.
It was cheap on Amazon. I haven't seen it, but I thought it'd be a cool watch this month.
Oh yeah.
1031 Part 2. I haven't seen it yet, so it's still sealed. I'm really backed up on my watch list this year. Like, I'm looking over here, and I must have 20 movies that I haven't even watched yet this season. So I'm just going to add this to the list and probably not end up getting to it before the end of the month.
I haven't seen that one, but last year I was on a big kick of watching Halloween-themed horror movies. Just, the set around Halloween. And I ended up buying 2 or 3 random ones, like Candy Corn was one, the Tales from Halloween, There were a couple other ones. But the ones that I streamed, I actually liked better than the ones that I bought. And The Witching Season was one that I streamed that I liked quite a bit. I think it's the same group, the same filmmakers.
Yeah, I think I have that DVD, I believe. I don't know if I saw it, though.
1031, I like that one a lot as well. I haven't seen the sequel, though.
Yeah, I think that just came out this year, I believe.
Is Tales of Halloween the one that introduces the art guy from like Terrifier?
No, that's
All Hallows
Eve.
Eve.
I believe, yeah.
There's too many of those anthologies.
Tales of Halloween's
I
got
have
like
that right here.
got
Tiffany
like
Shepis.
got like 10 different stories in it or whatever. It's like they try their best to be like another Trick or Treat, but they fail. I mean, I didn't like it.
Well, Jesus.
I was so hyped up for this movie because everybody was like jacking this movie off left and right. And I was like, holy shit. And I saved it for Halloween night last year. I don't know if I hated it, but I'll never watch it again.
I have it over here on my watch list again this year because I did try to watch it, I think, Halloween night 2019. And whatever happened, I like didn't end up catching the whole thing. So I bought it on like some big box set or whatever, and I haven't watched it since. So I don't think I've even completed that yet. But yeah, I know it was just like a big anthology, I believe.
Yeah,
Actually,
there was a ton of stories in it. I mean, I don't know if it was 7, but there was a lot.
I don't even know if I can show this on here or not.
Cover it up if it's got titties on it.
It does. I think it's already kind of covered up, but I'm going to cover it up anyway.
Okay.
Hold on, let me try to put it
Okay.
Let me try to put that in there real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't want to show no boobies. This is difficult. I'm sure a lot of people probably already own this, but for some reason I didn't. And they had like a new slip cover for it. Look, I got my finger over the boobie.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bloody Moon.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have Bloody Moon on DVD, but what does it say on there?
It's like
it's the Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got like a little star over the boobie. No, it's got a star right there. I'm not actually showing anything.
She's got
like,
one of them titty pasties.
Yeah, they censored it for some reason, like themselves, but which is odd because normally they don't do that.
If I'm not mistaken, now Severin still has that up, or they did the last time I looked.
They do that. You can just buy if you already got the movie. You can just buy the slipcase for like $5. But that's what the actual Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think I've got the DVD of that somewhere. I remember that cover. Mm-hmm. And they did announce. Severin announced they've got some more stuff. It's like some of their older DVDs are like $3 right now.
Yeah,
so,
I saw that they're having a sale on a bunch of that stuff that you can get.
It's a pretty good deal. Really.
I think Eaten
Have you guys been
Alive.
pretty good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Eaten Alive's one of them, and there's just a couple more I can't remember.
Have you guys been going crazy on the sales? I've been kind of staying away a little bit, but I have a feeling now until December 1st is going to start getting a little bit rough. I got a lot of stuff coming up. 2 conventions. I've got, I'm going to be hitting up Archive. So yeah, it's going to be a little brutal in the next couple of weeks.
Well, I've kind of tried to not buy anything because
Yeah.
the majority of stuff that I've pre-ordered is all going to be like at the end of October into like November. And so if I start like buying more shit, then it's going to just like pile up on top of the pre-order stuff.
The word on the street is on Monday, Scream Factory is dropping their Shocktober sale. I don't know if it's. I don't know what's going to be on sale.
I don't know what I need. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I need from them, really. Everything that I really want, I feel like I have. So I'm curious to see what they've got for sale.
Well, and I'm betting that the stuff they got for sale is going to be stuff without slipcases, right? Like, they're not going to have a bunch of shit. So, I mean, who gives a nut?
Right.
That's true. If it doesn't have a slipcase with it, who gives a shit?
It ain't worth a fuck.
Okay, let's see what else I've got here, boss. This is kind of the only Vinegar Syndrome title of the night. It's kind of Vinegar Syndrome. And we actually need to do a review of this, Uncle Bill.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This is the WNUF Halloween special. And I need to watch that sometime this week so we can get that review out before the end of the month. But I think you've already seen it, right?
I watched it, about a week ago or something. And have you seen it at all?
No, I've never seen it.
God. Well, I'll just say what I'm going to say for the review. That'd probably be the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
this,
unique. I'll say that.
I love this. I don't know if the camera can see it. That is
That's
legit
cool. Yeah.
RCA. I mean, it doesn't have RCA's logo on it, but you remember the old RCA tapes? That's the exact label. It's kind of
Love
cool.
it. I'm almost regretting not getting that version because I think I got a different version from Diabolic.
It's got this slip cover on it, right?
I think that's what it said, and now I kind of regret getting that one. And they haven't sent it yet, so I don't know when it's coming.
But this is yet another partner label called Terror Vision. If that's not confusing enough for you, if they don't have enough partner labels as is.
Yeah, and I've heard a bunch of people say like they can't wait to get Vinegar Syndrome's A, B, or C title, and it's not really Vinegar Syndrome. It's just like one of the partner labels that they got that people think that Vinegar Syndrome's putting all this shit out, which I guess might be the idea, which is pretty ingenious if it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's definitely a good idea. I just pre-ordered Summer of '84. I don't know when that's coming then. So
That was the only one that I really thought about getting. Out of
That's
all
a killer movie and everything,
Yeah.
but I've got the Blu-ray. I mean, I'm
I
sure
did too.
it'll.
The Blu-ray was dirt cheap. It was like $10, and so I'm thinking maybe I'll do a giveaway or something once I get the other one in because I have it.
And
as
it's like one of those deals too, where honestly, like I'm sure there's going to be a difference in the video quality, but like I'm fine with keeping the Blu-ray on that one. It's a great movie though. I did enjoy the movie quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a real surprise, especially some of the shit that happened in that movie. I was like, didn't see it coming at all.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, did that not predate Stranger Things?
I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. I think it did. I think it was because it was an independently made movie, and it was like a couple years before it, after it was made that it came out.
That's one thing that we've never talked about, I don't think. Do you watch that at all?
I've got the first 2 seasons, but I think I've only seen the first season. I may not have even seen all of the episodes in the first season.
I watch it. There's a lot of it I like, and then a lot of it I don't like. But I think overall it's fun. I like the atmosphere of the show. I do have the first 2 seasons on those limited VHS. Is that what you have too, Wes?
Yeah.
I don't know where the third season is when it comes to physical media. It never got released. That one took place in the 80s, I think. And I think the new season is coming out, I believe, early next year, I think.
I would guess if they do release the 3rd season like that, it'll be out whenever the 4th season drops on. If not, they'll never bring it out, I don't think.
Which is weird that you only have 2 seasons, on physical media.
Yep.
Yeah, I really liked that show for a while. I do think that the last season got a little, I don't know, it just kind of dropped off a little bit, but the kids
I
love
like
it.
the vibe, and they're getting older, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like the most about when Stranger Things comes out is all the promotional stuff that they do. I was going nuts last year. I think it was last year. They came out with all this like retro food and all this other stuff that all these companies were jumping on board. So I have like a boatload of stuff I got. Like Eggo waffles came out with like the old 80s packaging, and Burger King came out with all their old cups and stuff. Like I literally went to Burger King and been like, "Can I have some of these old school cups?" And they just gave them to me, and I took them. So like I legit have like a big box that I was gonna sell eventually with time of doubles of like all this retro Stranger Things food, like the Coke cans and all this other stuff. And I bought the bike, which cost me a lot of money, and it just kind of sits there.
I remember freaking Baskin Robbins did like a bunch of stuff where they would do like the Demogorgon Sunday or something like that. some like tie-ins to all that stuff where they made the food look like.
They did the Burger King thing too, the old school Burger King logo on the cups.
Yeah, that's the ones I got. Yeah.
Do
you guys have Baskin Robbins near you?
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Those aren't around me at all. So they did like Stranger Things came out. They did like Pops, Funko Pops, like exclusive to Baskin Robbins. So like,
really?
Yeah, like that when that came out. What's the dude's name? Steve. He was working at like the ice cream store in the mall. Remember?
Yeah.
They came out with like a limited edition Funko Pop that you could only get at Baskin Robbins, and the thing was like such a hot item. People were going nuts trying to find it, and I don't have Baskin Robbins around me at all, so I wasn't getting it.
Yeah, I don't think they shipped it to our Baskin Robbins. They're just like, nah.
I think if we've got one near, it's like a part of a gas station or something, isn't it?
There's one in Louisa and there's one in Ashland, and they're both actually connected to gas stations.
Yeah. There used to be one in Paintsville, which is only about 15 minutes from here, but they closed.
That one was awesome. That was an actual store.
Yeah. So who's next?
Garrett, it's you, I think.
Okay, I've seen this movie once. I will tell you, I saw it in the theater, and this is the only movie I've ever fell asleep in the theater watching. And I didn't own it because I hated it, but I was on a little kick when *Malignant* came out and said, you know, I need to get all these James Wan movies, and this was the only one I was actually missing two, and this was one, *The Nun*, which I got dirt cheap on eBay. I think it was like $4 or something, but *The Nun* on Blu-ray. I was thinking about going to rewatch it because, like I said, I fell asleep in the theater watching it because I was so bored out of my mind. So I was thinking about maybe going through like a James Wan kick, but I got as far as like Conjuring 2, and then I haven't continued on. So the only one that I needed, or I still need, is that weird one that I don't even know if it hit theaters, like La Lorna or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't know anything about that.
You can get that for almost nothing.
That's why I'm trying to find it for like cheap.
Matter of fact, I think I got The Nun, the DVD of The Nun, for $1 at Goodwill a few months ago.
So the real question is, though, have you got the Nundle yet? Have you bought the Nundle? Have you pre-ordered the Nundle?
I haven't. I'm going to, though. I think I'm going to. I want to ask for that for Christmas.
Nasty Habits.
I want Nasty Habits for Christmas, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm not getting Nasty Habits. No. Amazon still hasn't canceled my Drop Dead Fred yet, so.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe they were hoping you just forgot about it, and they're just like, oh, if he hadn't said anything, fuck it, we'll just keep his money, you know.
Yeah, I know. Pretty much.
I can't remember if I showed that one or not. I don't remember if I showed this one or not, so we'll just assume that I didn't. I got this off eBay in my attempt to get all these fucking steel books.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Howling steel book.
Oh,
God.
Do you need more?
Of the steel books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two that I'm willing to get rid of. I have Slumber Party Massacre and Night of the Demon sealed. Do you need them?
I've got both those, unfortunately. But yeah.
I sold the rest of mine.
Slumber Party Massacre remake is on Sci-Fi Channel tomorrow night. I got it set to record, Bulls. I'll
tell you something about this particular purchase, though. The guy that sent it, actually, I had no idea these existed, but I'm going to buy some of them. He sent it in this, like, hard plastic, case or whatever. And you can buy these on Amazon. They're fairly expensive, though, for like 10 or
I need to get
20
some of those, too.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get those, too. They're nice.
Some of those steel books, man, because Sarah buys those Disney ones. And we just randomly buy some. Like, I've got the Ghostbusters steel book that's got 1 and 2 in it in 4K. The fucking thing goes for like $250 on eBay.
Jesus.
Yeah, and, you guys, even if you don't collect steel books, I recommend, especially if Best Buy does like or if anybody does an exclusive steel book, I highly recommend grabbing it, at least just for the sake of it's going to go out of print and you may be able to get rid of it for a lot of money. So that's why I always usually choose the steel book, just because to me it's a lot more of an asset than the regular disc. I already did order the Halloween Kills one, so that one is already
that one,
because that thing is going to be, man, I don't know. Like, I look at that one, The Thing, and I can't believe I missed out on that. Like, I'm usually on top of that stuff, and as soon as I never saw it up for pre-order, and then all of a sudden it was like the day of it was coming out, and it was just gone everywhere, and kind of regret not doing it. So
we have somebody in here that's interested in your Night of the Demons steel book.
All right, man. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Born to Be Rad. We'll chat it up.
You know, the one that I think will probably go out of print soon is that American Psycho one, if it hadn't already gone out of print.
That's a cool one. I've been contemplating getting that.
Everybody bought that fucking thing. Like, I saw so many people post pictures of it.
Okay, this is another big bundle right here. Now, this is the reason I have no fucking room. I do shit like this. But it was so cheap, I grabbed it. These were all $1 a piece at the Goodwill a couple weeks ago. It is The Walking Dead season 1 through 5 on Blu-ray. You can see them right there.
The 99 cents.
So they were
That's
$1
insane,
a piece.
man. That's
they
crazy.
They were $1 a piece, and I was like, fuck. I mean, So that's why I've got shit just stacked everywhere and have no room. But I'm not even a Walking Dead fan, really, but I figure, hey, if I'm ever like, hey, I might want to try that show out again or whatever, I'll have them. So.
Mm-hmm. That's one series that they used to send to us for free. Like back in the day, they would like. I've still got some of those seasons in there. I don't remember who put that out either. Who was the
Anchor Bay, I
distributor?
believe.
Was it Anchor Bay? Yeah. Yeah.
And these ones too, actually, are they're not worth anything, but they're like the Best Buy exclusive slip covers. That's the particular ones. Yeah.
I mean, for 99 cents a piece, that's a
Yeah,
steal.
that's insane.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's the Goodwills in Kentucky really are some of the best ones because we went to a bunch in Florida and they fucking suck.
The ones near me are terrible, like awful. Like there's no Blu-rays, there's DVDs, there's not even. It's so funny because I went in one day and we have places called Savers around me, which is pretty much the same thing, and I went in and there was like walls of VHS, and I can remember like having a couple in my hand. I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna come back. Then all of a sudden, like that week after that is when the VHS boom like kicked in, where all these ones started showing up on eBay for like thousands sealed or whatever. So I ran back there to see what they had again, and like the whole VHS section was completely empty, and then it was just filled up with DVDs. I was like, what the hell's going on? So someone must have stripped the whole thing down, but they don't have Blu-rays at all. I never see Blu-rays there.
It's
just
ones,
DVDs, like crappy ones.
The thing that sucks too, though, is we'll go in the ones in some of the best ones in Lexington, Kentucky. It's about 2 hours from us, and they have what they call purges there, and they're so busy in those stores, they get so much shit. So if they don't sell a certain item by a certain time, if they've got too much of it, they'll dump it and toss it. They'll toss it in the dumpster. I've witnessed it, you know.
Did you go in the dumpster?
I was gonna say,
No,
Dying.
if I knew that was a thing, I'd want to go like find these dumpsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the VHS tapes all went in the dumpster for all I know at that place. I have no idea, but there was hundreds, and then all of a sudden, like within 3 days, there was zero. So it's either somebody went in there and bought everything, or they tossed them somewhere. But their VHS section now is like tiny, so I don't know where they all went.
Who knows? Could have been the purge.
Speaking of, I'll just get these out of the way because if you paid attention, I did a review on this on my channel, and that is the American Psycho Steel, which I did a video on, so you can check it out. And then I also got Best Buy exclusive Clockwork Orange Steel as well. So
that's
I'll
awesome.
kind of bundle those two together. So it's two 4K steels from Best Buy.
I saw the Clockwork Orange in Best Buy last weekend. It's a really cool looking.
That's one's going for a lot of money, so you should have grabbed it.
Really? Well, shit.
You suck.
Somebody else said something about in here about let me see. I don't know where it was. Somebody asked about like the pop.
Hi, Christian. We're at it again.
So Christian.
It's your sister Cheryl.
They asked about the Spirit Halloween Killer Clowns gun. Yeah, it's hard to find, so grab it if you see it.
Killer Clowns. I'm gonna watch that again here shortly. Uncle Bill, go ahead, buddy. Hurry.
Oh, sorry.
Shit. Hurry.
Here's this. Fucking look at it.
What, dude?
Look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look at
Holy
you, motherfuckers.
He opened up his pocketbook. That's how he got it.
Dude, I couldn't find it online. I went to the store.
Buddy,
and
look.
everybody around me was sold out.
I just went down to Walmart, and it was amazing. They had shit from Best Buy down there.
Did they? Best Buy exclusive at Walmart.
Yeah, I got it.
I bet he paid big money on eBay.
I got it for $15 at Walmart. Fuck all of you.
You know,
I
he
did.
eBayed that for like 40, 50 bucks.
I bet he paid more than $50 for it.
Oh, you never know, but I got it.
But you know what? I did not buy the 4K of the thing because I was like, I'm in hopes that Best Buy like sneaks a couple more out by Halloween or Christmas. So I haven't bought it yet. Just waiting.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I knew that that's one movie that I wanted to watch before Halloween, and I don't have the 4K of it. I don't even. Is there a 4K of it before that? There probably was, wasn't there?
No. It was that and the 4K. A
Standard.
regular 4K came
There's
out
a
at
standard
the same time.
4K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they came out the same day.
I'm curious.
So
Did the reviews on that, were they positive, or I would imagine that would look really good, but
the only negative was I think that they did not port over the Screen Factory features, but they said the picture and sound is way better.
Yeah, I'd heard that too. That they wanted people to keep their Screen Factory disc because it had all the special features and shit on it.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. They didn't just put that on there.
Next one up, I actually just watched this the other day, and I was just interested in it because this is the first time they've ever done a documentary on Jonathan Frid, who played Barnabas Collins in Dark Shadows.
Oh.
It's
That's
called
cool, man.
Dark Shadows and Beyond, the Jonathan Frid story. So this is kind of your standard documentary, but it's more about his life as well. Which he lived to be, he was up there in his 80s, I think, when he passed away.
Wow.
So he was a stage actor. I learned that from the documentary. I also learned that he never got married and was never known to have a partner, ever. So a lot of people assumed that he was gay, homosexual.
I was going to
but
say
nobody knew. Well, I mean, that's true, but he may have been like, what do they call it, asexual or something like that. Just didn't, I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting too, but Dark Shadows is a killer show. It's amazing how they put that show together. Like, it was recorded live to tape. It was on a micro budget. His character saved this show. That show would have gotten canceled if, the Barnabas Collins thing didn't just entirely, explode. He was like a vampire version of the Beatles back in the 60s.
Now tell me this: do you know the series well? My mother used to watch it. I know that, and I have a couple DVDs, which is almost like best of, or they give you like you buy and you get like a 10 episode like short story or something like that, and they're really good. But so was he not a main character and came in later, or was the show never was? Because to me, I always thought the show was about him. And in the movies that I have, it is a lot about his character, and it shows the beginning and stuff. But did he come in later into the series?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. The series, I think it was still maybe in its first season. When you say first season, you're thinking, oh, that wasn't a very long period of time. These were daily. These shows were on every day, Monday through Friday, half-hour shows. So this show, like, there's probably 1,000 episodes of this, and it was only on for like 6 years.
Now you can get that huge box set. I remember I wanted it when it came out, but it was like so expensive. What was it? It must have been DVD, I believe, right?
It's like $500 or something like that. Yeah. And there's no point to have the only reason you would have the show on Blu-ray is you could fit like all the episodes on like maybe 5 Blu-rays or something. They also shit all over the Tim Burton movie, which I kind of enjoyed.
Oh. That movie's
You
fucking
like
horrible.
that? Oh, I hate it.
No, I enjoyed that they shit on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you enjoyed it. I was like,
Because they were talking about
Nobody enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, there were some characters from the show, including Jonathan Frid, who made a very brief cameo at the end of the movie, which I don't even remember. But yeah, this is a really cool documentary. MPI has owned Dark Shadows for as long as I can remember. So if you see Dark Shadows on VHS, it's from MPI. MPI still exists. I think they're the ones that own Dark Sky Films. So they brought this out, and they've had, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I want to try to do a review for it sometime this week. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's about a 2-hour documentary.
I never even knew that existed until you sent it to me that day. So I haven't seen anything about that documentary at all.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, though. I used to watch that show, like, pretty regularly a long, long time ago, and it was actually a pretty decent show. But the funniest part about it was where they did it all live. Well, they did most of it live. I'm pretty sure because they had to do it like every day. Like there's so many mistakes in that show where they knock shit that's on the set over with. Like
and you'll see boom mics and stuff everywhere.
Tombstones and trees and shit like get knocked over constantly. It's pretty fun to watch.
Really though, when they first, I would highly recommend the first series collection that they came out with from MPI, and that's pretty much gets Barnabas going. You know?
I think that's the one I have. It's because it starts from the beginning of him. It's really good.
Real quick though, Christian, the Kindred is up for pre-order right now. If you didn't know, synapsefilms.com. A lot of people are kind of, I don't know. It's $50. It is $50, but you got to think he's put in a lot of work. It's got a feature-length documentary. It's 3 discs. It's in a steelbook with a slipcover. So I bought it as soon as he sent me the link.
I did too.
I haven't, but I will.
You better, buddy. No,
of course.
Limited to 3,500.
I was about to buy it the other night. I had it pulled up, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I wonder if Diabolic has like a different edition. Because, you know, sometimes they'll have like a Diabolic exclusive. So then I went over to the site to check, and they didn't. And then I just totally forgot to close out on the other
All the Don May Jr.ites are counting on a Christmas with our money from that Kindred.
Another one real quick here, and we'll get back.
I don't own it.
The Chucky Show. Have you guys seen this?
I think, Garrett, you're the only one that's actually watched it, I think.
No, I watched it.
You guys haven't
watched
it?
Did you?
I haven't talked about it, actually. I can give you a brief rundown of my opinion. I thought it was okay. The thing is, I thought it was like the Chucky doll itself was fine. I really am glad I'm not a teenager in 2021. I can tell you that much, because to me, those kids were super obnoxious and whiny, and like it was just really odd. Like they're supposedly in like 8th grade or something, and they're talking about like smoking weed before class, like to their teacher, and they're just like little crybabies or whatever. I don't like the cast of kids. I really didn't. I didn't like them. I didn't like the cast of kids at all. I just was like, is this just like what the teenagers are like now? Like I have no idea, but I thought overall it was entertaining enough. But my schedule is so hectic with work and with trying to fit things in like this. Like I'm not good when it comes to like television shows that I have to watch on a weekly basis. If it was on Netflix and it was like watch all 10 episodes, like I can get through that. But this like be available on Tuesday nights every week, it ain't gonna happen for me. Like I'm probably not gonna watch it unless it comes out on physical media or whatever, because I don't have time to like add that into my schedule every week. So it was okay, but it's not. It didn't grab me enough to be like, I have to watch this every week, you know.
I mean, I kind of liked it. I didn't think it was that bad. The only thing that confused me is how many times they can say fuck on TV now.
That was surprising to me, actually. It's on USA, and they're throwing F-bombs around all the time, yeah.
Yeah, it was literally like a R-rated movie. So I don't know what changed there, but brace yourselves, though. We got some breaking news.
Oh, God.
The Shocktober sale from Arrow Video is coming very soon, probably next week as well.
Ah, damn.
They just posted a video about it. So who's up, Bulls? Who in the hell? What we got?
I think it's Uncle Bill, I think.
Oh, Uncle Bill, God, hurry.
God. I'm sure you got this one, too. So you can show this one. It's Alone in the Dark. One of my favorite.
Actually, you know what? I do have it, but I didn't bring it to the table. So,
buddy, what's wrong with you?
I must have put it into must have already put it back on my shelf because I watched it.
I love this movie. Donald Pleasance, Martin Landau, Jack Palance. One of the craziest fucking casts for like a slasher film that you've ever seen.
Or there's a sale on that at not Walmart, but Amazon. I think it's like $22.
So
you price if anybody.
You got to pick this up.
Yeah, I don't know where mine is.
And it's from our buddy Jack Shoulder, who also
Jackie.
He directed Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
A lot of people don't remember though. There was a DVD of that though, right? It was barely in print.
Yeah.
Why is it worth anything still? Because I'll get rid of the DVD now. I have that.
Probably
one
waited
still.
too long.
I know.
Here's the other thing, though.
I know.
I'm pretty sure Jack Shoulder directed like one of my favorite movies that I don't even know if it has a Blu-ray. If it does, then it's got to be a really shitty one.
Warner Archive.
The Hidden, yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah.
Why is it fucking on Warner Archive? Like, that's what I couldn't figure out.
Is it?
Like,
No, isn't it on? Is it? It is.
I think so, yeah.
I have it. I thought it was Warner Brothers, but maybe it is Archive. I don't know.
That's just
I'm gonna
weird.
go get it and check.
Or if somebody knows for sure, just let us know.
Is it out of print?
Could be. Hold on.
The Warner Archive Collection. He's checking, boys.
Check on it.
Monkey shots! Hey!
Oh yeah, it is Warner Brothers, the Warner Archive. You're right.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Okay. Is it Garrett? You next?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there it is. Uncle Bill needs
You know what else I saw right next to
Make
it?
that a part
though,
of your
since we were
collection
talking?
today.
If I can find it, I will. Oh, yeah. I've got those, son bitches.
I had those. I
House
sold
of Dark Shadows and the
them. They
Night
go
of
for
Dark
big money now.
Do they? Oh, I think you told me that the other day.
I sold both. I think the one in the red goes for the most, but they both go for a pretty good amount.
Because that's got Barnabas on the front.
Why isn't The Hidden, though, like a bigger movie? Like, I've never
It's a great
understood
movie.
that.
It's a real cool movie.
Isn't Kyle MacLachlan in that too?
Yep.
Yeah. He's like one
thought
of the
so.
main leads.
I like
Mr. Twin Peaks himself.
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan in The Hidden, and Don't Tell Her It's Me. That's my two favorite Kyle MacLachlan movies.
Lobo.
I haven't seen that one.
Lobo Marumba. Garrett, you would fucking love that movie. You would love. Yeah, I don't know
What's
if
it called?
it's don't. Well, it's there's two different names for it. It's Don't Tell Her It's Me is what I always knew it as,
What else
but
is
it's also called The Boyfriend Academy or something like that. Jamie Gertz is in it too. So
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I see the Boyfriend Academy? Would that be maybe that was on like Tubi or something? Maybe sounds familiar, but I don't.
Possibly.
I don't.
It's
own
classic
it, no.
Gutenberg. You gotta, you gotta
Yep.
have
Oh,
that.
wait a minute.
Steve Gutenberg's alter ego has a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet in it.
Oh, I
It's
did see that the Boyfriend Academy. Yeah,
Yeah.
where he gets on the motorcycle and stuff, and he's like
Yeah.
this like cool like. Oh, dude, that was good. I did like that.
Yeah,
I think
knew
that's
you'd
coming
like
out
it.
on Blu-ray. Like, I think somebody announced that. I think Kino had just announced that movie or something.
Well, that'll
Yeah,
be
they
bought.
did.
Yeah, so I did like that one. I think I
Right.
knew it as Boyfriend Academy.
My Kino stuff hasn't even shipped yet, though. I don't know about you guys.
Mine ain't either. I don't know what the hell's
I
going
haven't.
on.
I didn't order anything from the sale, so I didn't get anything. You know what else is? I still don't have my Deadly Friend, and I ordered it straight from Scream Factory website.
Buddy, Scream Factory's just a fucking mess anyway.
So I don't
when they-
have it yet, and I've seen other people with theirs, and I have the poster coming and everything. I got nothing.
Well, I think we all got these, so you want to get into these since we're talking about Scream Factory?
Yep.
Okay.
God. Ugh.
Ow!
I actually got a lot of Scream Factory over here. Let's see. We can do the Halloween still one now.
Yeah, we just do all the Scream Factory because he did Alone in the Dark.
All right.
that shit.
So we got.
Shit Factory. There we go.
Ticks.
And let me tell you something, though. Again, Scream Factory. Yeah, you got them all, man. You got them all.
I know, and I was like, I'm not getting them, idiot. But
No, you are, motherfucker. There ain't no way.
so my part 2 slipcase came a little damaged. So I contacted them, and so listen to this. It's just more to like what's been going on with these things. It's the whole thing was a friggin' shit show. So I'll break it down quick. I ordered from Amazon because they were $25 a piece. I ordered Halloween 3 first because that's the one I wanted right away, and then I kind of ordered the rest later. So I went to Best Buy, and sure enough, my Best Buy had 1 and 2 like a week before release date. And so I bought them, and then I went and canceled my Amazon order. So I open up my Halloween 2, and the slipcase is falling apart at the top and bottom. It's all peeled up. So I contacted Scream Factory and I said, listen, like I got this in, it's coming apart, anything you guys can do about it. And they actually said, send us a receipt, picture of the receipt, and we'll send you a new slipcase. But she said it might take about 3 weeks because we're really backed up with a lot of stuff, which we know.
Yeah, no shit.
So I said, okay. So I sent her a picture of the slipcase that was ripped. And then I went to go on bestbuy.com to like check out my receipt. So I take a picture of my receipt, and sure enough, dude, they charged me 2 Halloween 1s. They rang up 2 Halloween 1s, and Halloween 2 wasn't even on the receipt. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, did it scan as Halloween 1? Like, it was a mess. So it was super weird that like they scanned at both as Halloween 1.
So what? Could you send it to them?
So I sent it to Scream Factory and I said, listen, here's my receipt. Here's my 2 discs. I said, I don't know why it's coming up Halloween 1 twice. And then she responded back and she goes, well, you sent me the pictures of the disc. She's like, just send me your address and we'll have it mailed out probably within 3 weeks, she said. So it's supposedly coming. It was just kind of one of those things like, how did that get messed up at Best Buy now where they rang out this Halloween 1 out 2 times? Was it just a mistake, or when they rang out Halloween 2, does it show up as just Halloween on their system? I have no idea, but it's like just goes more to like the whole mess with these things. Like everything is like so bonkers. So I don't know. It's just so weird. It's like
I don't
never
know.
ends.
Yeah.
Tell him, Bill. What's the catchphrase?
This is fucking unacceptable. This right here. Eco dies tonight. This is fucking unacceptable.
But look, though, okay, here's mine.
Yeah, that's what my part 5 looks like, but for some reason, this looks like a fucking old stove. Like, I have to have this version of this
It's a damn
shit.
burner. Make you some macaroni and cheese on that son of a bitch.
They are the cheapest motherfuckers. And I know you talked to somebody about this that will go unnamed, and they were basically like, yeah, the reason why they did that is it like saves them like 3 cents or something like that on each one of these.
It's a couple of cents per case is what I was told.
God. Give me
So
a
when
break.
they say they're saving the earth, no, they're trying to save some money here. And for those poor cocksuckers that paid $300, wouldn't it be killer if all 5 of those releases were in those eco cases? Paid $300.
I'm sure that's happened to somebody
Yeah.
that bought all that shit.
What's your email going to say? What's the title of your email going to be when you...
Eco dies tonight. That will be my subject header on my fucking
You
email.
know what they tried to say, though. You
Exclamation
remember...
point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember which release it was. It was early in the summer. Everybody was bitching because all of the titles, all of the releases of this particular title was in those eco cases. And they tried to say that it was some sort of mix-up in the factory, right? Well, they haven't said a fucking thing for these. So is it another mix-up at the factory?
No,
or-
it's just them being cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is what's weird is, like you said, nothing makes sense. Like, how can you have eco cases on my part 3, on his part 3, but your part 3 be a regular case? And that's the whole thing where it's just like, it's just so random. Like, it's not like every edition is eco case. It's like, oh, it's just randomized which ones are going to be.
And that's the other
Because
part
I
that-
have 2 of mine don't have it, and then 2 of mine do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
That's the part that bothers me. Did they think that was going to go over well with people? That like some people would get like a regular case of the same fucking movie, and then some people would get that shit. And then you're going to be like, oh, that's fine. Like, it ain't no big deal that it could just fucking
And I know
fall apart.
I know for a lot of people it's not. See that? I told you that we're gonna get on that. But and I
Listen.
know a lot of people are gonna just be like, "Oh, it's who cares? It's just a stupid eco case." A lot of my stuff has eco cases. The problem with those cases is not even that it's cheap, but you drop that or whatever, and I've had this happen. You know, those eco cases will puncture that artwork easily with any kind of wrong move you make with that thing, and
Look at
that's
it.
a big problem.
like the fucking. This is the part that kills me.
It's like
you can
see-through.
you can see through it to the
Yeah.
fucking like crappy stovetop eco part of it. Like,
Well,
that's
the thing is, that Amazon ships this stuff in just regular bubble mailers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody was to step on it, or I mean, that would tear everything. I mean, your disc could be screwed up, your cover would be screwed up.
Oh, I've had it happen before. Yeah, sure enough, you get one of those mailers in that was sitting in the bottom of like 10 boxes, and you open it up and there's a puncture hole through the cover of your artwork because the eco case punctured through it. Yeah, I've had it happen before. Luckily, they have those slip cases to maybe protect it, but it still sucks.
No, this is not acceptable. Fucking Scream Factory, no.
You know what you need to do when you send them an email, attach an image to it. It's like,
That would go well.
I'm telling you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to put, no shit, when I email them about this, I'm going to put my subject line is going to be Eco Dies Tonight.
Roland is asking if we're going to do reviews of Creep Show 3. At some point, I may, but there's just too much shit this month. I want to... The season 2 was not very good, so hopefully season 3 is better, but I want to wait and find out probably in November.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of that of Creep Show.
Me either.
I did watch some of the Joe Bob, what is it, Halloween Hoedown or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was all right. It was weird, though, because one of the movies they picked was Angel. And I don't know if do you remember Angel? Like, what was it? Like, some student by day, hooker by night, or something like that?
Yeah, what's her name there? What's her name?
I can't think of her name either, but
shit.
Yeah,
the good-looking girl there. Springsteen, wasn't it? No, not Springsteen. It was the other one there, the one from Tomboy or whatever.
Yeah, I can't think of her name, but you're right.
Betsy, she was in Saw.
Yeah,
Betsy Russell.
Betsy Russell. Yeah.
But the thing about it was,
like,
that's an exploitation movie. That's not a horror movie. Like, what the fuck are they doing showing that on Halloween?
Yeah, I don't know. That makes sense. It's a good movie, though.
It is.
Who's
I did get this, too, from Scream Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see if there's an eco case.
Elvira.
Well, this is another thing, too, which is weird. And I'm curious on why this is. So, no eco case here. But, okay. I thought that this new slip box was going to be how everything was coming going forward. Because I thought maybe it was for 4Ks. Now, this is a Blu-ray. It's got a slip box. Okay. But then Deadly Friend is coming out in a regular slipcase again. So why is this one different? Is there a reason? Or is it just like to me, if this was like a 4K thing, it would make sense, but it's not. So what is the reason for this? Just to be a random one without it. To me, it just doesn't make, I'm confused. I don't understand. It's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, it's just weird. Why is this one a slipcase, but the next ones we're getting are not? Are they just going to be randomized on which ones are going to get the box and the case? Well, I don't know.
The only thing that's for sure about Scream Factory is nothing's for sure.
I knew that was coming.
I don't know. It's just interesting. And all right, I got Dead Space from Scream Factory. I haven't opened yet, but it was one of those limited to 1,000, and I didn't own it, so I bought it. I got this because it was really cheap, and I've never seen this, I don't think, believe it or not. Monsters Go Home.
Go Home.
Scream Factory put it out. Do you know it?
I've got that on DVD. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've seen it. It's been a while, though.
I do know it's like one of Rob Zombie's favorite movies. No shit.
After Midnight, I had the DVD from MGM, but this was like $16 on Amazon, so I grabbed it.
Is that Scream Factory? I didn't know they put that out.
Yeah, but that's that's my Scream Factory haul.
After midnight, we gonna let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Well,
who's Uncle Bill or me?
I think it's you.
Well, I want to go through a couple of these here because these are a couple more.
Shit.
These are a couple more Goodwill hauls.
Jeez.
And I just found them here. I was like, oh, I didn't mention this. This is a Christmas classic. It's one that I did not own in any format. I didn't have it on Vudu. I didn't have it on DVD or anything. I don't think it ever came out on Blu-ray. But if anybody wants a good, wholesome, funny, family comedy Christmas film, check out When Ernest Saved Christmas.
Oh, I love that movie, man. I love Ernest Saves Christmas.
That movie's a classic.
I saw that, and I was so fucking excited they had that in the Goodwill. I was like, yeah. Oh,
man, as a kid, I was obsessed with Ernest Saves Christmas.
I think pretty much everybody was that grew up in that time frame.
It's interesting too, though, like because Jim Varney was from Lexington, so he was from Kentucky. So I didn't know, honestly, up until he was in the Beverly Hillbillies, that anybody else knew who the hell. I just thought it's some local guy that made movies and stuff. But evidently, yeah, a lot of people away from here are big fans of the Ernest and all that.
Bill, what's that on the? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I visited his grave before too. It's in Lexington. It's pretty neat. People still put photos and copies of the movies and stuff by his graves. And it's been 21 years ago he died.
There was 3 great movies. Four great Ernest movies. There's Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Goes to Jail. And Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yep, you're right. Those are the ones.
There's one more.
No, there ain't. I know what you're going to fucking say.
Slam dunk, Ernest, baby. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar co-stars.
No, that's shitty.
Not Ernest Goes to Africa or whatever.
Miguel Nunez was in it,
There was that, dude.
The other one,
I always remember in the Christmas one, which was funny, is when the guy's trying to tell him he's Santa Claus, and he's like, "I'm Mr. Santos." He says, "Mr. Santos." He's calling him. It's like this little Santa Claus guy. Hey, what is that behind you? It's freaking me out, Uncle Bill.
What?
What is? I don't know. It looks like a green face or something way back there. What is that?
It looks like a ghoulie.
It does look like the ghoulie.
It is a ghoulie.
You have that ghoulie doll?
No, it's a Ghoulie Mask. Right over here.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made like a full-size mask probably, it's been a few
It's
years
Trick or
ago.
Treat Studios. Yeah, it's probably like 5 years ago or something like that.
Wes, did you order the ghoulie dummy from there, like the puppet?
Not yet. I want to wait and see what it. I want to wait and see what it actually looks like, though.
I mean, I'm going to tell you. Actually, I've seen the puppet. I think they had it at a convention I went to. It looks good. I mean, I have the Gremlin, and it looks fantastic. So I would trust it looks pretty damn good.
You got to get that because you're going to put a little beard on it.
Well,
yeah.
I actually messaged somebody that I knew through the show that went to Savini's school, and he, could give me contact for somebody that could completely make the ghoulie from part 1. The ghoulie and that they're bringing out a little bit more detailed from part 2, I think. But yeah, I don't know, I may do that. It's like $200 though. It's not very cheap.
It's gotta be a couple hundred, yeah. But
the one,
I have the Stripe, it looks really good.
Quentin Tarantino.
Great movie. I loved that movie. Did you guys like that?
It was $1.
Yeah.
I actually did, yeah.
I liked it a lot too.
I watched it not long after it came out on demand or something like that. And it's crazy long, but man, I don't know.
It's a movie you really need to watch multiple times too. Like the first time I saw it, I wasn't really impressed with it, except for the ending, which was, I don't know how you could not be impressed with the ending, but the rest of it I thought was kind of slow. But you watch it over and over again, it gets better each time.
Oh, that ending was fantastic with the Mansons and all that stuff. Awesome.
Quentin Tarantino, though, man, when are they going to release Kill Bill in 4K? And I want it uncut. I want it in full color.
I want it that spliced edition that we've been promised all those years.
Yeah.
The Killer Affair or whatever, where
Yeah.
I haven't bought that on Blu-ray because I was always waiting. I'm like, I'm not going to buy these singly on Blu-ray. They're going to come out with this big edition, and it just has never seen the light of day. They've been talking about it for 20 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know what the deal is with that, and I think Grindhouse would be another killer one to come out in 4K.
Oh yeah.
So who's up?
Who's up?
Is it me? Is it him? I don't know.
I can throw this one out. So.
Oh yeah, I still want to kind of get that.
Well, okay, so I don't really understand. There's a problem with the discs, right? I don't know what the problem is per se. They're saying that part 2 is supposed to be uncut and in a 4K master, and they said that they're getting sent the Scream Factory disc. I don't know how the hell what that even means. So my disc
maybe it's
looks
the same
new.
It's maybe the same transfer on a new disc.
So I actually contacted Wellgo and I sent them my receipt, and they said, "Oh, we're going to ship you out replacement discs." I don't know if mine's even bad. Like, I don't know if it's
He's just gonna have a bunch of discs. You don't even fucking need them, really.
I don't even know if there's anything wrong with this, because I don't know what scenes are the uncut scenes in part 2. Like, I didn't notice anything watching it. I'm like, nothing here is standing out as like, oh, I've never seen this before. So it could be like 10 seconds of something that I don't even notice. But I sent it out just to be sure, because I'm not sure if this is the right discs or the wrong one. So I said, screw it. I just contacted them. They're going to send me the replacement discs for it. So
yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna. Go
I just wanted to be safe than sorry. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna buy it right now.
You gonna do a live buy?
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. It's really inspiring me.
It's party, motherfucker.
Come on.
And, did you hear what they did? Is they put the slip on it, and they comes with a poster of this artwork, and they shove the poster between this and the slip. So when you take the poster out and you put the slip on, it just falls off because it's like now expanded the slip, so it doesn't even fit on this thing anymore.
Black boy Benny Rogers, what questions do you want answered?
He wants to know what our favorite James Woods movie is.
Why? I love James Woods. If I had to pick a favorite movie, though, I'm trying to think. Like, James Woods to me is in the same, like, I always get him confused with Peter Weller, and I love both of them, but I'm trying to think of...
That's an easy one for me, though. It's Videodrome.
I was going to say, yeah, Videodrome's a good one, but you know what? There's a real good one.
He was in, wasn't he in Vampires, John Carpenter's Vampires?
Yep.
He was the lead in that. That's not too bad.
I don't know if Black Boy Benny Rogers noticed, but we ain't fucking talking about James Woods. That ain't the fucking theme of the show.
Well, we'll have our own James Wood retrospective and talk about all those TV shows that he did and shit at some other point.
I would love to talk James Woods. What's the movie he was in where he was like a lawyer that gets all... maybe he's not a lawyer, but he's like a bigwig, gets cracked up all on drugs and stuff. That's a great movie. James Wood is a jerk off. What do you say, Peter Weller? What? Peter Weller is the best. Who said what?
Firstborn.
Oh, dude, Firstborn. It's like one of my favorite movies, man. Hell yeah. Go check out my channel. I did a video with my buddy Slasher, probably one of my earlier videos. We did a whole retrospective on Firstborn. We absolutely love that movie. So super underrated.
James Woods played Rudy Giuliani in the TV movie.
He did. I remember that.
All right, who's next, boss?
I guess it's me. I'm trying to buy Phantasm 1 and 2 on here.
Go buy.
Hurry, buy it.
If you don't have Firstborn, go buy that too.
Wait a minute. Where do you get it at?
Oh, the Boost. That's the one I'm talking about, man. That's the great movie. What? Where do I get what?
Oh, I might get that too. I didn't know there was a steelbook. Fuck.
Get you a
What,
steelbook.
of this?
There's a Phantasm steelbook that they put out. I'll be damned. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that.
He don't know what it is. He's just in the mood to buy something.
Buy Firstborn Blu-ray. You won't regret it.
There's a bunch of Scream Factory stuff on Amazon for sale too right now.
Yeah, I was looking at something I need. You know what I do need? House on Haunted Hill, but I don't want it if I'm not going to get the slip. It's not that important.
Well, you can order it, and if you don't get the slip, just send it back. Say, this is damaged.
So okay, do I have to go to like Wellgo's site? Because for some reason, like...
No. Amazon should have it unless they pulled it to replace these discs issues. I don't know.
Better not have. Anyway, I'll do that in a second. What's next here? Midnight.
Ooh.
But that's the slipcover edition thing.
The limited until it sells out slipcover.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was limited.
It sells out.
Until like I don't know
we
which
made a big to do.
Which artwork I prefer more, really. Like they're both pretty fucking killer.
There's 3 actually.
Severin Skill.
Turn over on the other side.
What? There's another one?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't open yet, but I can open it.
No, you don't have to open it. Look. Hang on, I've got it here.
What the?
Oh, I thought that was just a back. Is that?
No, it's got it's Backwoods Massacre or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Huh.
Fuck, that's true because it's got like the Backwoods Massacre thing on one side of the...
One of these is Garrett's, by the way. I need to mail that out. I keep forgetting. So, yeah.
I haven't seen that movie we watched it, but I couldn't tell you, like, how long ago it's been. Probably over 10 years.
It's a classic.
What, The Midnight?
Yeah.
I haven't really seen it because I had the DVD and it looked so bad that I never ended up watching it.
It's John Russo, I think, the guy that wrote Night of the Living Dead, and he's not well known for like having anything good come out after Night of the Living Dead.
I think he directed that though, right?
Did he direct it?
I believe so.
God, let me see.
That was the difference.
He wrote and directed it. Holy Lord.
All right. Is it Garrett's turn or mine?
I don't know. I'm almost done, so you can go if you want.
Let's go through some of this Arrow stuff.
All right, I'll get my arrow ready to go because I got a couple
We'll
of
take up all this shit. All right. Arrow's been doing some killer dirty Argentos. This is the Cat O' Tales, which is not one of Argento's most loved movies. It's actually his least favorite movie, I think. But they did a killer job with that. I think Arrow's limited editions are probably the coolest, like, editions that any company brings out. And they've, the Hills Have Eyes 4K is like $30
Stop it.
right now. So that's going to, I think that they're selling.
Don't make me
those.
buy that thing, please.
And
I
haven't
absolutely
watched-
love that movie, but
Yeah, I haven't watched this yet. I haven't seen this movie in forever. It's not a 4K. It's the Blu-ray of Legend with
good movie.
Tom Hanks and Jennifer Connelly.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. It would be killer if Tom Hanks was. No, it's not Jennifer Connelly. Mia Sara. Who the hell is that? I don't know.
What
Tim
the
Curry.
fuck?
What?
That Phantasm, whatever that Phantasm remastered shit is, it must have just come out or something, or it's getting ready to come out.
Ice Boy.
What do you mean? It just came out this last week, I think.
It
Wow,
is
what's the
out.
matter with it?
No, I'm talking about the Steelbook.
Oh.
Is it the one with the sphere on it?
Yeah.
That I've seen that at Best Buy recently, like actually the other day. It's got
Also-
the sphere like going sideways.
Yeah,
Blu-ray?
also the Wellgo one, the 1 and 2 one, has got like 23 reviews and has like 2 stars. So some people are fucking really pissed about that for some reason.
Yeah. Well, Don Coscarelli had to come out and say something about it because people were pissed. So he came out and basically said, you know, Wellgo will honor everybody's thing. So
I'm going to fucking buy it anyway. That's just how I am.
You can get a
so just buy it and then
gift.
contact Wellgo to send you the discs just in case, because I guess they're trying to put the new ones in, but I mean, you don't know what pressing you're getting, you know.
True.
And it's really easy. You just send them the receipt and they send it to you.
Corn.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Corn in 4K.
Corn.
And this is a high recommendation for me. This is the long lost slasher movie Death Screams.
Now, are you really recommending that for real?
No,
If you like shitty slasher movies, I'd recommend it.
Well,
I think that's got like one of the best covers though I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, there's actually another this isn't the limited cover. The limited cover I don't really like as much. I think
I agree. I think this is way better than that white one.
See, this is like a die cut cover.
Yeah.
I like that one way better too.
Arrow, I think Arrow they're tough to beat this year. I mean, they've had some fucking killer releases.
And
they're,
I bought it, so we'll see what happens.
Outlander!
Well, if we're on Arrow, are you done with your Arrow?
Yeah.
I can go through mine because I actually have a couple here.
You sent me this one. I forgot. I never did put it up. The people under the stairs.
People
That's an
understand
older
that.
Arrow, though, one, I guess,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yep. So speaking of that, somebody asked about the Children of the Corn box set.
Yeah. That's the whole corny
That's all I
affair.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now I've said it before. I hate this stupid little thing right here. That pisses me
I don't
off.
I don't understand that.
Why that pisses me off?
No, why it's on there? Why can't
I don't even
they
know
just
either.
make it?
Like a sticker or something.
101 Films has a sticker on their
So
box
I
sets, at
haven't.
least.
haven't watched any of these yet, you guys, so I can't give you my opinion on them. I haven't opened them yet.
Children of the Corn 2 in HD, that's got to be just a dream come true.
God in heaven.
So yeah, I don't know how they look. Haven't watched them yet, but I did get this as well. Haven't opened it yet. So I don't know how it is. But then I was going through a little bit of a kick with like these slashers that Arrow's coming out with that are kind of nobody knows what they are. Well, and I'm sure they're all shitty, but I got this one, Trapped Alive. I don't know anything about it.
I've got that one too. I've never watched it.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't seen it.
But I actually got a Grail, not a Grail, but an Arrow title that I've been after for a long time, and I finally found it at a good price. And that's the Prey with the Slip, which is really hard to get now. Like, this is going for, like, big money. And I finally found it on eBay for a price I was willing to pay for it. So I finally added that one into my collection. I've been after it for a while. So that's my Arrow haul. And, yeah, you're right. Arrow is killing it right now.
I mean, honestly, like, for the price of this stuff, they're hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that I'm really looking forward to, too, is the Deep Red Arrow release that's getting ready to come out. I think it comes out pretty soon.
It should, yeah. That one's going to look nice, though.
Anyways. Well, he's doing
your turn,
whatever the
man.
fuck he's doing.
Well, you can continue on for a minute.
It's just so fucking odd, but okay.
Dead air.
So I bought some books, by the way. These are...
Wow.
And this one was the one that I bought in preparation for doing the Finding Argento series, which is the Argento Syndrome, which is just every single film. It's a essay and interviews pretty much about every single film that he has done. So like Cat o' Nine Tails, all the way through until that horrible fucking Dracula 3D and Giallo, which I have not seen.
The Dracula 3D, though, at one time that was in the Dollar Tree, and now it's like a collector's item.
Really?
It's like out of print. It was because
Giallo?
It was in. No, it's Dracula 3D. It was in that Blu-ray 3D.
There was an issue with Giallo back in the day. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
everybody I've talked to about that from doing that series has said that that's like one of the worst, if not the worst, Argento film is Giallo. Maybe Dracula 3D is like right there, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve, if I'm not mistaken, he said that Dracula 3D was a little bit worse.
I have both of them, but I haven't watched either of them yet.
I don't think
the Giallo DVD I only bought because there was like a big controversy with it when it first came out. Like it was getting pulled from shelves, so I grabbed it right away. I don't know what the story was on it, nor if it's available now. There was some drama with it or something. I don't remember what it was.
Well, I've got to find it because it depends on doing the next
yeah,
series of Finding Argento.
Check and see if it's available. I mean, it should be. I'm thinking maybe it was just like maybe an issue.
Do you have this version, Uncle Bill? This is an overseas release that I got.
No, I've just got the DVD of Mother of Tears.
Because I was wanting to check
one or whatever.
This movie out again. Yeah. This is from it's some foreign company, Truth Films or something like that. Which I don't know. I haven't. I don't know what the transfer looks like. That's the risk you take when you get some of these foreign releases. Because here's another one that Slippy said the transfer's shit on it, but I already opened it and everything. Death Weekend. And this is a Canadian movie that was public domain for a long time, and I don't think anybody knows where the original source material is.
So this was like mastered.
Yeah, this was mastered
from shit.
Film print.
Did you see this? This is fucking... I never heard this.
What, from Roland?
Maybe that was the issue with it. There was something going on with that movie, and I remember when the DVD came out, they were like pulling it.
Yeah, it seems like something. I remember something like that. But that's funny.
Oh, yeah, God.
Death Weekend is, I think, the movie that I was thinking of. It's a Canadian movie. I thought it was Savage Weekend, but I believe it's Death Weekend.
Savage Weekend and Death Weekend that's two completely different sides of the corn cob.
That's a good double feature.
Yeah.
So who's next? Who's got more stuff? Anybody else got any more shit?
I've got 2 more titles. What you got, UB?
I got one more thing. It's a book.
All right, this was you guys, you might know, or maybe people in the chat know, but my friend who I trust a lot with his movies, we like a lot of the same stuff, told me to buy this, and it was cheap, and it's Straight Time with Dustin Hoffman. Does anybody know anything about this movie?
No, other than the fact that like a lot of people have recommended it.
Oh, really? I had never heard of
good.
it before, but he recommended it and said it was something that he thinks I would love. So if anybody has any thoughts on Straight Time with Dustin Hoffman, let me know, because it's in this huge pile of shit I need to watch. So,
well, that's a November title. Check that out next month.
November.
Yeah. Well, then the last one I have, I'll just throw it out there. You know when you do something and then you're not sure why you do it, and then it comes and you're like, yeah, why the fuck did I do this? So I try to support a lot of these like Indiegogos and stuff, and you know, if it's something I think that I'd like, and I supported the, what is it called? Don't Hike Alone, that like Friday the 13th one that came out a couple years ago. So I supported that. They sent me the Blu-ray. I got like a poster and stuff. So it was pretty cool. So I decided to support the next one, which was that one that Never Hike Alone in the Snow. And they sent me this, and it was like, you know, you got the special edition variant. Well, this looks like garbage, whatever the hell it is. It looks like
It's like garbage.
like
That looks like that cover is pretty bad.
yeah, like why would I want this cover? Like what? Like this was the special variant edition. Like this cover looks like they did it off like a computer printer or whatever. Like it looks terrible. And the cover for the regular one looked great. So I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I liked the first one. This one might be good, but I was just kind of not impressed that I forked over money and got something that looks like it was made in like art class or whatever. But I don't know. Haven't checked it out yet. But
I'm
for sure
confused how can they sell it?
I have no idea. And the thing is, too, they'll sell like, if you pay more money, you get like a special mask, and it's like basically a Jason mask, but like rehauled into like what this one looks like or something. So I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
You
confused.
get a fucking dollar store Jason mask. that
We
lights up.
are with the haul video. We are almost done, and we're going to talk about Halloween Kills here momentarily.
Big John, Little John.
Spoiler. This is spoiler filled as well. So if anybody's not seen it, get the fuck out, because we'll be talking about it here in a minute.
So what you got? You got anything
What have I
left, Sid?
No more Goodwill.
No more Goodwill.
He's got some bad will though.
The Demons 4K,
Oh
baby.
yeah.
Demons 1 and Demons 2. Now, I know Steve jacks off big time for these movies.
He does.
I like them okay, but I'm going to give them another watch, and I cannot wait to see what this looks like, because I can guarantee you this is going to look better than the Arrow version. Don May would not put out the exact same thing that a company has already had out for 6 months or whatever. This is going to look better, baby. This is the definitive Demons collection.
I can say too though that movie scared the absolute piss out of me when I was a kid, like more so than probably any other movie.
It was one of the more popular Italian movies in the United States, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It was just so like violent and mean spirited and great.
And I'll go through the rest of these real quick here. Fuck it. Get this shit over and done with. Mortuary. It's not Toby Hooper's Mortuary, but believe it or not, I already have that on Blu-ray. This is the other Jackie Kong film, Uncle Bill. Have you ever seen this?
I've got that. Yeah, the being.
The Being. Yeah, I have never seen it, but I hear that you can definitely tell it's a Jackie Kong movie.
You know what I always say? You can't go wrong with Kong.
And the last one, baby. It's the butcher, it's the baker, it's the nightmare
Man,
maker.
It's a good movie. I was contemplating upgrading. I have it on Code Red DVD, and I was contemplating upgrading it, but it's cool.
I think with me and Kino titles, though, from here on out, I'm going to wait until they have a sale and just buy them then. Because they're like half price.
Yeah.
So. And I'm not in any hurry to get this shit.
Oh, God. I gotta get a better place to put this shit. Oh, God. This is fucking killer. And if you don't own it, you should. I bought it in preparation for seeing Halloween Kills because I thought it was going to be killer. Anyway. On set with John Carpenter, which is Kim Gottlieb, who was the still photographer on the first 5 of his films. And it's just
I think there's a lot of stuff in there that had never been seen before, right?
Yeah, and it's friggin' amazing. Like the image, the high res images, just to give you an idea of some of the stuff in it.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a lot of stuff from Halloween that's was never seen before this book, I don't think. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. Anyway, if you don't own this, it's fairly cheap and it's hardback and everything. It's like $20. And
it's hard.
Definitely worth it. There's little essays about all the movies and things like that.
That's
too.
nice. Wow.
Yeah, see, those are the kind of books that I enjoy. That's just mainly pictures.
Tell them why. Tell them because you don't like to what?
I don't like to read. I just like to look at pictures.
I don't like reading. But anyway, I recommend that book highly. It's something to...
I think I might throw that in my cart. Can you get it on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon right now.
All
It's
right,
$21.
Any more for
What's up,
Garrett?
Jay? I'm done.
Okay,
Done.
just a couple of real quick things here. I wanted to give him a shout out because he hooked us up. Our buddy Benji Gephardt in Pennsylvania hooked us both up with the
hell yeah.
Hauloween, drive-in shirts. That was the back, and this is the front. Oh. And I'm hoping to visit that place at some point. You want to see my Wish.com package real quick? Man?
Let's say speaking of shirts though, right? This weekend,
Oh yeah,
big sale.
Shop.deadpit.com, boss.
Big sale this weekend on shirts. There's a whole October.
Everything's
there.
80% off.
Uncle Bill may be able to help me out with this because Sarah ordered these. We saw them I think we saw them in Spirit Halloween originally. Which one is this? So she ordered these on Amazon. And this is where you got to be careful, okay? So you can order shit on Amazon and it's not from Amazon, it's from some third-party seller. And that's what happened here. So these were like $44. I think for both of them it's $44.
I'm really curious what this is.
And they come like this, by the way. One was in a box. The other one was in bubble wrap. Just like that. From China.
Okay, let me ask you this. You said originally you saw them at Spirit, so are these not what you saw?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay. I'll show this one first, and then Uncle Bill will know what the other one is. Check this out. Anybody that's been in Spirit Halloween's probably seen these. Well, the larger version of these. How do you open this fucking thing? Because we were going to send it back to them, but they gave us a full refund. So I guess I can keep it, but it'll be a nice little display piece there.
It's like the baby.
It even lights up. It's got a light.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty unique because I have the regular one, the regular
one, the normal one.
Yeah, but the fact that it
Not the
actually
miniature.
lights up and stuff, and the fact that they were selling that for $20-something.
Well, it was a 2-pack. It was 2 of them for $42 and something.
That for some reason is more badass than just
Look.
So I'm assuming that we're going to talk about the Michael Myers one next, right?
Can you grab your Michael Myers back there, Uncle Bill?
Yeah.
For size comparison purposes?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah, we've all got it.
Right. Check out mine, though.
Look at it. What the fuck?
This should be like a post. Like
I don't think
like,
this one even. This one's supposed to light up, but it didn't even light up.
Like Wes's.
Oh wait,
I swear to God, dude.
there we go. It lights up.
That reminds me of like every time I buy something like that from Amazon, that's like you don't know the size of it, the dimensions. They trick you that way.
That's so
Why?
funny.
Like, I'm confused though. Like, what? How could they quickly just make miniature versions of these? And they look the same. I mean, it's exactly the same.
They do.
Really? Yeah. So,
That is so funny. I'd never seen anything like that.
and like you said, they even light up. Like, how wild is that? But yeah, be careful around Amazon. Luckily, we got our money back.
When you got those in the mail, you must have been like, "What?"
No, I was prepared because we looked and it took forever. And I told Sarah, I was like, I guarantee you they're coming from China, right? So, and then we looked on the reviews at that point on there were like all negative. So I was kind of prepared. But
I actually, for some reason, like those better. I don't know.
well, you want to trade me?
No, I'm good. I don't know what I'd do with that.
I think you're full of shit then.
I think that I'd put that as like not a Halloween, but like a Christmas ornament or something. Just have it light up on.
I mean, for free, I'll keep it. It's okay. But
Oh, yeah,
it's fine.
of course. You can throw them right on that shelf back there.
yeah. So,
Be a spinners.
yeah, I thought that'd be a fun
That's funny.
little thing to bring up on here. But yeah, be careful around Amazon, folks.
Wes,
All
you should just play it aloof and just do like a video like my spirit haul. I got this.
Yeah.
I know everybody's been looking for it. I found it.
So, yeah, that's it for the haul section. And anybody not seen the Halloween Kills movie, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear you complaining because we're going to give away everything. We're not going to hold anything back. I want you all out of here. We got 60-some people in here right now. And I just got a message from somebody that said, man, it's actually Rob Scott. This one was so much better than the 2018 one.
Listen, I think we're gonna have different opinions because I think the same thing.
Oh God. Okay, I'm ready.
I tried to watch 2018 today, and I feel like the more I watch 2018, the less I like it. Personally.
Look, somebody going on about evil dies tonight. No, evil doesn't die tonight. You know what dies tonight, don't you?
What?
Eco dies tonight. God damn it. Look at that bat wing shit.
You're gonna rip it.
I hope so.
He
Because I'm going to
probably
ship
will.
it back to him anyway.
I don't think he cares.
He's gonna get a hole right through it.
Douchebags. All right.
So, I think we watched... You saw it on Peacock, right, Garrett? You watched it at home. We watched it in the theater. So first of all, we saw it on Thursday night. There was a crowd in there, wouldn't you say, Uncle Bill? It was pretty crowded.
Yeah, it was, I would say, what, about 75, 80%
Probably.
filled up.
There's 3 cats on our porch. Let's kill them.
Oh, God.
Lord. So, no crowd reaction at all. I was thinking about that today, too. There was a decent amount of people in there. There was nothing throughout this movie that they really reacted to at all. And that's very weird for...
Well, there was like 2 things, but it was nothing like scared them. It was all like humor stuff. And one of them was the scene with the like older couple when they're going back and forth, and he's like, somebody's out on our fucking porch or whatever, and she's like, who is it? And he goes, who cares? And starts running. They laughed about that. And then the other one was the I don't know how else to say this, but the couple, Big John and Little John, like this, there was a lot of reaction to that
Listen to some Ann
whole
Murray.
sequence. Yeah. Which I'm not sure if that was intended to be humorous or not, but I think it has to be, man.
I think so, too. I was kind of surprised by that, to be honest.
I was too.
especially the photo. They were making fun of those fucking guys. I don't give a fuck. I mean, they were making fun of those guys.
But we're definitely gonna like have some differing opinions about this movie. God, I don't even know where I want to start with it. I think I've actually figured out like what it is that I really didn't like about it. But
there's things I liked about it, and there's things I didn't like about it. But I kind of had a very somewhat similar opinion about 2018. As I did with some of the stuff here. Like, this Michael Myers to me is kind of like a cross between what we're getting in the original and Rob Zombie. Like, it's kind of almost like an in-between Myers. The Michael Myers I would prefer is more of like stalk and slash, like walking through the streets of Haddonfield on a fall Halloween day. Like, that's the parts of these two movies that I like the most, is just watching him kind of walk around and seeing like the atmosphere and stuff. I like that. I wasn't even hardcore into like, oh, I love all these kills and stuff. Like, to me, I don't care about that stuff personally. Were the kills cool? Sure, they were inventive, but to me, like, that's Jason Voorhees to me, right? Like, that's more what I think about. Michael Myers is not a Jason Statham taking out like 6 dudes at once. And, that's not, I didn't care about that kind of stuff. I didn't hate it, but I didn't, to me, I wasn't like, yeah, this is great because of this. Like, that's not it. I just think it was what it was intended to be. I think it was like, you could tell it was filler. I don't know what I would have wanted from it, to be honest with you. I think it gave us action. It was pretty fast paced. And, I think it was what it was. Like, I wasn't really expecting much more, I guess. So that's why I'm kind of fine with it. 2018, that whole beginning scene with the reporters, like I hate that thing. To me, that movie doesn't start until like Myers is walking the streets of Haddonfield. So like the first quarter of Halloween Kills, I mean, Halloween 2018, like, I just found boring. And I love storytelling and stuff. I just didn't like the way they started that story. But we can keep going because there was a lot about kills that I did like random scenes and storylines that didn't amount to anything, that didn't need to be there.
One thing that I was thinking about today, and you got to think of it from this universe, the Blumhouse David Gordon Green universe, where it's the 78 film, and now the 78 film has a different ending, which they created in this movie.
Well, it's got the same ending, but it's got a different. Okay, so it's almost like what they did here was they recreated the beginning of Halloween 2, which doesn't exist now. So they're basically telling you what happened after he fell off the roof and got up.
Well, right? You never saw him fall off the roof in this, though. They didn't show any of that.
But I'm assuming that was implied because 78 ends there, and then he's gone.
Anyway, I mean, what I was getting at, though, is, okay, you had the incident in 78. Halloween 18 and Halloween Kills take place in the same time, 2018. The beginning of Halloween Kills, nobody in Haddonfield knows that Michael Myers has killed again at all. Nobody knows he's out there or whatever, right? So he killed, 4 or 5 people 40 years ago. And Anthony Michael Hall, who is fucking terrible in this movie.
Wait a minute. Oh, come on. I loved Anthony Michael Hall.
No.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he was great.
He gets people riled up about something that happened 40 fucking years ago. Enough to take over the hospital and overthrow Titus O'Neil, the sheriff.
It did look just like Titus O'Neil when he told me that.
Titus O'Neil in a cowboy hat. That's just, come on now. I can't.
No, it wasn't like that because he, all right, so 2018, Myers killed people on the street of Haddonfield. Then this one, he started killing people. Then Anthony Michael Hall saw it on the news. Remember, at the bar, he saw on the news that Michael Myers was, or somebody was killing again.
Well, this was midway through when they were introducing everybody that they could get from Halloween 1 for the costume contest deal. You know, that's what it kind of reminded me. It's like, who celebrity judges for Horror Hound Weekend Costume Contest? Nancy Stevens, Kyle Richards, and whoever that other fucking guy is. The bar, I did not like the Haddonfield mob.
I didn't like that either.
Anthony Michael Hall, I just fucking can't stand him. Like, I'm sorry.
I was actually bummed when he got killed, to be honest with you. I was bummed out.
I was hoping to God he would.
Praying
he would get
killed.
got.
Jesus.
Because that's the thing. Like, they introduced all these characters that are they're pointless now. You know what I mean? Like, all these characters that we got invested in through this movie are all dead. So what was the point? Like, what was the point to do? It was like filler. Like, they didn't. Like, this was like Jamie Lee Curtis got paid to do what here?
That's probably
lay
like
around the bed.
That's probably
You know what I mean?
my biggest problem with the film is that it's clearly just filler to the last one. Like, it's just something to bridge the gap between the first one and the last one. Like, there's nothing in it that does anything. As a matter of fact, like, it actually, to me, like, hurts the franchise more than it actually helps it in any way. Because the reason why, I finally figured out why I hated this movie so much is because in the first one, like, that whole world that they created, whether you like it or hate it, was just like something like completely new. In terms of, like, they didn't go back and try to, like, do anything with the mythology or anything like that. They ignored the films, but they didn't, like, go and try to show any shit or anything like that. They just stayed in the present mostly throughout the entire film. I don't like movies that go and try to, like, fuck around with stuff from past movies like that. And while I'll give it to, like, whoever did the production design, that it looks legit, like, it probably looks as best as you could recreate something like that, today. It's just fucking stupid and pointless, like, to do something like that. Like, that world exists in its own thing. And I don't like when modern filmmakers go back and try to put shit into, like, films like that have already been done. And whether or not it be just like he was trying to, fill in some gaps and then create the whole thing about the other sheriff deputy that fucking, couldn't kill him and shot his partner. It's just like, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. Like, it doesn't serve any purpose. Well, it might serve a purpose in the end of this. Halloween Ends, but I doubt it. So you got all that shit, none of which I liked. I don't know what the point is, even if you liked what, like, Loomis looked like. I don't know what the point is of having him back in the movie, other than just so people can be like, oh shit, they brought him back. Look at that.
Wouldn't this be killer right here? At Halloween Ends, you see that Halloween Kills was all just a dream in Laurie's head.
Well, we were actually talking about that. Like, I think, like, it wouldn't surprise me at all if at the end of the beginning of the next movie, like, the end of Halloween Kills was like her dream or daydream or something like that. Because that's what that kind of shit reminds me of.
If that's the case, then Halloween Kills would be like the most hated film in the franchise after that.
God,
I'm pretty
definitely.
sure.
But then, okay, so you got all that. That was like the biggest part to me was them trying to fuck around with, like, the original films, which they didn't need to do. There was no reason to do it, really. But then the pointlessness of bringing back all the characters, all the old characters, just to have them, like, fucking all get killed off, and create a mob, which was, a very thinly veiled kind of metaphor for all this other shit, which I hate. Especially when they do that in slasher films, which there's no point to do that. So the mob mentality thing, and then the pointlessness of having, like, the other escaped convict and, like, how they try to kill him. And then
that's a whole nother, like, to me, that's like white horse territory of, like, stupidity of, like, let's try to get some storyline in there for what? And like you said, and we talked about this earlier before, is that was there subtext in what they were trying to say with this other mental patient, that escaped patient, because his storyline does nothing for this movie and it doesn't even make any sense. Like,
no.
If you take everything about him out of this movie, it changes nothing here. Nothing. Except you know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand. So to me, were they trying to do this to throw in some kind of, like, subtext of like what's going on in the world now, like where you have like cancel culture and mob mentality and people all just taking one person's, view and jumping on top of it and then accusing people of X, Y, and Z until it gets to a point where that person either is like, I'm going to kill myself or have to put up with this torture that I don't deserve type of thing. Like, were they trying to say that? Like, I didn't know what that part of the movie was. And that was what the part of the movie that absolutely I hated the most because I didn't understand what that did for anything.
Well, that's the thing. It didn't do anything. But then again, like, having Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie didn't fucking do anything either. Like,
No.
why was she in this movie? She's completely, like, incapacitated and useless throughout this movie.
She really didn't do anything in the movie, if you think about it.
No, she probably had like 10 lines, but I mean, I agree, and I think it was kind of weird, but was it giving people another was it giving other characters a chance to grow instead of revolving around the Laurie Michael storyline again? You know what I mean? Like,
not really, because they killed everybody.
About everybody died.
I'm saying, like her daughter and all that stuff. Were they trying to build them up? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would have liked it any better if it was Laurie Michael part 10. Like, I don't know if I would have enjoyed that anymore. At this point, I don't know what I would have enjoyed. And the problem I do have with this as well is Halloween Kills is such a filler movie that it's not. You could not watch this if you have no idea what's going on. This couldn't be a standalone movie at all. You'd be so confused that it has no ending really, which I think that kind of hurts it that they couldn't figure out how to make this a somewhat like if you didn't see Halloween 2018, you know what I mean? Like then you can't watch this movie really. And understand anything. And
I think too that like I was watching another video where a guy was talking about this movie and he made a really good point, which is like people go into movies like this with like different mindsets about like what they want out of the movie. Like some people just want to see like the death scenes, and then some people like just want to be like entertained, and then some people actually like are really into the mythology of the movie. And I think that that's where like we all are. Like we know the background of the movie and the mythology of the movie and things like that. If you know all that stuff, then a lot of the shit that happens in this movie does not make a lot of sense. Like in the context of everything else that came before it anyway. And, Michael Myers, number one, like you were saying, is not he's somebody that kind of lurks in the background in the darkness and kills people. He doesn't like go fucking full on going into people's houses and like killing 5 or 6 people and all this shit and just like
I legit think that Anthony Michael Hall's role was, I mean, he almost ruined the movie. I mean, to me, like if they would have, I don't even know if it's his fault, but just like some of the lines that a lot of the dialogue in the movie,
dialogue in there, like one-liners from a lot of characters that you kind of like.
Yeah, like most of the dialogue in this movie, you're just like, God, especially when there's a bunch of shit going on, and I hate this too about movies. Like, really bad movies always do this. There'll be a bunch of, like, action sequences going on, and then they'll, like, kind of, pan in to one character who's given, like, the moral speech about what's happening. And in this one, it was, like, Laurie Strode, where she's like, fear creates all this evil, and then you can't kill him, and like if people get too fearful, then he just grows stronger. It's like no, that's fucking ridiculous. All that's just stupid. Every time
I don't like that storyline that they're. What is that? Why is that a storyline with the mask giving him like superpowers or whatever? I don't.
Why is it a storyline that the more people he kills, the fucking stronger he gets? He's not fucking Wishmaster. Like that's.
I don't know either. I never liked that storyline from 2018 either because they used that there too, and I never really liked that one. And I mean, I loved the '78 stuff only because I just felt like they aesthetically they did really well with it. I would have rather watched the full movie shot and taken place like they did in that '78 footage than the rest of the whole movie. If they would have just had a whole movie like that, I would have loved it even more. But what kind of bums me out is that, again, they're erasing Halloween 2, which is super unnecessary, to cover one storyline about her and Michael not being related, which, again, it feels to me that they should be related because what is such the beef with her? Like besides just being a survived
Yeah,
victim.
why would he care?
Like, why would he be out there like searching around for her if there wasn't a bigger meaning than just a girl who got away 40 years ago? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like, I still kind of have a problem with the fact that they tried to erase part 2, which is to me such a great sequel. And the tone of part 2 always felt right with the tone of part 1. And they couldn't have just started it from the fire at the friggin' hospital, right? They could have just basically made kills the same way they did, except he gets they help him out
Remake
of
part 4.
right?
Well, that's another thing too. Like if you look at the first and the second one, the originals, like they do it's more violent, but the tone of the movies is about the same, and they stay pretty true to the Michael Myers character in those two. But in these, it's like the tone is completely different, the pacing is completely different. Everything about those two movies, like the 2018 and Halloween Kills, is completely different, almost to the point where it's like somebody else made it, and it just completely doesn't.
I thought
fit.
Another thing that I really thought the Halloween 18 was, I thought the music was way better in Halloween 18. The score, like they didn't really have that many memorable moments. Like the new, I mean, they're always remaking the same shit, but I think they did it way better in the 2018 version.
There was a couple tracks on this that I thought I was iffy on. Like I thought they were kind of cool, but I think it was at the end when he was coming down the stairs or something. It was kind of like a newer version when he was like killing the boyfriend or whatever. It was a pretty cool track, but it was very different take on like the Halloween type stuff.
I will say though, I mean, there were aspects of kills that I did like. I mean, David Gordon Green knows how to technically make a movie. So the movie looked great. I think both of those movies, the 18 movie and this movie, technically looked great. And the flashback stuff, I kind of dug it. I watched the Loomis thing again today, trying to figure out what the fuck went on there. It looks to me like it was just a look-alike. I couldn't see anything that looked like it was computer generated or what. And I looked into it, and evidently this was a guy that was on the crew that they thought that looked like
really?
Donald Pleasance. That's amazing.
So it wasn't It wasn't a CGI face.
No.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean that, and if you freeze frame which I did, you can kind of tell. I mean, he doesn't look exactly like him, but it's pretty damn close. So I mean, I like that they did that they went to that detail. It's a shame they couldn't find somebody that talked like him a little bit better.
And I mean, I was happy that we finally had a newer movie that there was no. I mean, there could have been some, but there was not a lot of CGI, which was nice to see. I mean, at least to me, the gore reminded me of like some of the gore from Evil Dead remake, which I think they did a real good job with that stuff. Some of the stuff that Michael did though, like kind of bothered me. Like that one scene where he was just stabbing the guy in the back with all the knives in the house. I was kind of like that to me. I was like, that doesn't seem like a Michael Myers type move.
No,
just be randomly just stabbing the guy in the back. He's been dead for like 10 minutes. That was kind of weird.
There was a lot of shit like that where it's just kind of needlessly mean-spirited throughout the whole movie. Where, I mean, he kills people, but he's never been like, just overly like sadistically killing people in those ways. Jesus Christ, like some of the scenes in the movie, which, I mean, it's Halloween Kills, but I feel like they just ramped everything up I really feel like that maybe they just made this movie for the people that just wanted to see like death scenes. So they're like, okay, we did the first one, which was like the setup and the exposition for what's going on, and like the slower one. Now we're gonna do the one where like everybody fucking gets killed and like all the death scenes and set pieces for the death scenes and all that's all the gore and everything. So the end one will be, who knows, but like I'm sure it won't be like that. It won't be paced like that either.
I think you're right, and I think that's exactly what it is. I think they used this one to like do something different, and then Halloween Ends is going to be a big one because there was just. You're right. It was even a lot different than 2018 as far as the pacing and the violence and how much action it had. Like I think that it was just something they needed to get from point A to point B. They figured, all right, let's bring back some old characters. Let's make it a bloodbath, get people excited for the last one, and then that'll be it. Like, I kind of feel like that was the intention, and that's why I'm kind of like, all right. To me, it went by quick. I don't know how long the movie was, but I felt like I wasn't bored with it. Like, I feel like even with 2018, like, I thought as a whole it was pretty good, but there was points of it where I was kind of like getting bored of it.
I mean,
I felt like this one didn't have that feeling to me.
And 2018 has got a lot of flaws. Like, I don't think 2018 is a perfect fucking movie by any stretch of the imagination. Like, the whole thing with the doctor character in that was awful. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that's kind of like, I didn't like a lot of the teenage characters in that movie, but cohesively and just, you know, the way they handled the mythology and the setup of the movie, I thought was a lot better than this.
And they did, I think in the 18 when they did some shocking shit too that nobody expected. Like Michael's first victim was a kid in the movie.
That was rough, yeah.
Yeah, because nobody expected that. And like it was more, because in Kills it's like Michael is up against what exactly? I mean, this is just a bunch of fucking people that are out to get him.
I liked when he was like Raphael versus the Foot Clan, when like he was standing there and all the firefighters are like coming after him and he's gonna like fight them all off.
Yeah,
it reminded me of like the Foot versus Raph and like Turtles 90 or whatever.
The James Jude Courtney, the guy that plays the Michael Myers, I think he's the best Michael Myers in a long time that they've had. He's like a force, you know. And maybe
what Moran say about that?
George P. Wilbur would be the Tony Moran. He's just pissed because they cut his face out of this one. It was originally in it.
I love the way they did that too. He couldn't get any kind of credit whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, we said this earlier, and I know it's probably really far fetched, but the mob scene when they were chasing like the guy they all thought was Myers, and everybody's like, "That's Michael Myers," and someo's like, "That's not Michael Myers. That's not Michael Myers." And I'm thinking to myself, like, is this like a big like rib on like Moran? like people think he was Myers, but like in reality they're like he's not Michael Myers.
They
like,
could have CGI'd Tony Moran's face on that guy. That would have been killer.
God, that would be amazing if that was the case, though. If they thought that far ahead to like think of that.
Like, so then because they figure he's in so much trouble, so they figure if we can convince people he wasn't really Myers, then maybe we don't have to bring him on conventions or shit anymore. I don't know, but it was just kind of funny. Did
they ever say though which scenes Nick Castle was in? Because I mean he was in this one too, and some.
I mean,
some of the scenes.
I'm thinking he had to have played the '78 Michael.
That's what I was thinking. That just the only thing that makes sense.
And you know what else too? I felt that '78 mask or whatever they used there looked great. I for a second when I looked at it and I saw like the footage of like '78, I'm looking and I'm like the cops chasing. I'm thinking to myself like I don't remember this, and like I was getting confused for a second. Like it didn't really dawn on me right away that was new footage. Like for the split second when I saw him like down that aisleway, I'm thinking that this was like cut scenes that we never saw before until I realized that some of the cops were like they're current, but I thought that they did a hell of a job with just the aesthetic of '78, the mask. Was that a Trick or Treat Studios mask? Because it doesn't look anything like the ones I get from them. So I don't know. I thought the mask
was a rehauled version.
It must be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they did do a really good job with the actors and everything in the way that they portrayed that part of it. That part of it was probably not the biggest part of the problem.
Well, you can tell the difference between these two movies and like a lot of the other movies, especially the Rob Zombie movies, is the people that are making these movies are fans of the series. So they take that extra, step when, hey, let's find somebody that looks just like Donald Pleasance, get them in there. Let's make the mask all accurate and everything. And I think that's why like people are a little bit more forgiving with these movies, especially the last one, is because it's got, there's definitely some issues with it, but when I think back to the end of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I just have to, I was like, this one's not too bad.
Well, that's the thing too. Again, I've said this before, is I wasn't a hater of Rob Zombie, the first Rob Zombie Halloween at the time. I actually think, and I don't know what it is, I think Scout and Danielle Harris were just really good characters. I think that they did really well with their characters and stuff like that. But I wasn't a big fan of 2. It was a real bad experience in the theater, but I feel like walking out of this one, I've felt, well, even 2018, I liked when I got out of it the first time, but 2018, I feel like the more I watch it, the more I don't like it as much as I did on the first showing. But I definitely have a better experience with this one than I had of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when I first saw it in theaters, but I haven't really watched that one in years, so I don't know if my mind's changed on that because it seems like everybody's giving that one a ton of props now, so...
yeah, but there's also a guy that got a 31 tattoo as well.
That's true.
Those movies are just so fucking technically incompetent, though. Like, they're just not good movies. Like, if you took away everything else, like... If you took away them screaming fuck for, 45 minutes throughout the first part of it, like, they're just not well made.
Like,
I agree. I like the little African-American kid from 2018.
Here's the thing, too. This is another problem with that movie, in my opinion, too, is that they tried to recreate that character a couple different times with other characters to be like the comedic relief in the film. But you can't really do that when you're fucking violently butchering them like 5 minutes after they come up on the screen. It doesn't really work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what else? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I watched Halloween Kills, and then today I started to watch 2018. And it's funny because they did a pretty good job connecting them all together. Like, do you know the couple at the beginning with the nurse outfit and... the guy was trying to take them. I don't know. That was another weird scene with like Michael Myers is taking my car, that at the bar or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that couple is in the beginning of Halloween 2018, like going to the bar. And I didn't know that watching Kills. I thought they were just 2 new characters to this whole world.
If I'm
you watch 2018, it shows them like, oh, like they're like, oh, we're going to go to the bar or whatever. And they get in the car. And then the guy says in 2018, I forgot my stethoscope inside. And I'm like, that's the same pretty much line he just used in Kills. So like that couple is in the original is 2018.
Did they not film these back to back?
I don't know. I mean, it's just funny that like it connects so close. They may have, but it was funny. You start seeing a lot of these characters from Kills that you didn't know were characters in 2018 because they were kind of in the background of like certain scenes and stuff like that.
So here's one from Lucio Inferno. It's an interesting question. Where would you put Halloween Kills in the whole franchise? Despite its flaws, it's in the top 5 for me. We can do some rankings. Where's Christian Hannah at? He'll like this.
So here's my personal opinion. Now, again, I have to say I haven't seen a couple of these a lot. So for instance, I have not watched 4 and 5 to me. I never was a huge fan of, but I haven't watched them a lot. I may have seen them each twice in my whole life. So getting these new additions was going to give me another opportunity to check these out again. I personally never cared too much for 4 and 5. I never cared too much for 6. I never cared for H2O, and I didn't like Resurrection. I think 4, 5, and 6 were like okay. I didn't hate them. I didn't hate H2O, but I didn't really. They were nothing I ever wanted to go back to and watch on a regular basis. 1, 2, and 3, I absolutely love. So, again, you take Halloween Kills for me in 2018, and it's like, based on that, like, are they better than the Rob Zombie? I would probably say yeah, as a whole. So maybe Kills does fall in my top 5 because to me, the Halloween franchise as a whole, as much as I like Michael Myers, isn't a strong franchise in my opinion. Like I would rather watch Friday the 13th 1 through 10 before I watch half of these. But that's just my opinion. Again, I think I do need to go rewatch 4, 5, and 6 because I don't really think I've given them the same chance as I've given the other ones. Mm-hmm. But that's just me, my opinion on that.
Well, I'm honestly 4 and 5 are not very good movies, really. I mean,
fuck you.
I'm nostalgic.
Buddy, 4 is a good movie. Don't you sit there and fucking tell me it ain't. Now 5 is a piece of shit, but 4 is a good movie.
I'm just saying, like they were low budget. They did that like it was independently done, pretty much. The Accods, I think they self-financed that back in the day. So, I mean, if you're doing top 5, I would have to do like I would do them in order probably, or maybe 1, 3, and 2, and then that would be tough. Like 6 probably for me would be after that, and I don't know. I don't know where the other one would be. Maybe 4. Is that 5?
I definitely need to watch these again. 4 and 5, that is. And I think with 4, I like the atmosphere of 4, but that mask, it totally just, it just feels low budget, like a low budget Halloween movie. But
it was low budget. I mean, the distributor on that, what studio originally released that? I'm drawing a blank.
Which
I'm
one?
thinking, was it Mustafa Akkad that did it? Which studio released 4 and 5?
Oh.
Initially in theaters.
Well. I'm not sure initially in theater.
Yeah. So I think it.
Trancas.
I think it was
Trancas.
okay. So yeah, it was independently done. So what the hell was that?
Well, okay.
Like fart.
Here's the thing. Here's how I would probably rank them.
UB looks pissed.
1.
He's so pissed.
1,
Damn it! You talking shit about 4?
3.
I ain't gonna say shit for the rest of the show.
1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 5. H2O. God damn, then it gets kind of crazy because they all suck after that. 2018. Maybe I'd put 2018 above H2O, actually. Then H2O. And then... Okay, these 4 movies. Just take these 4 movies for a second and try to rank them, okay? Resurrection. Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. And then Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills would probably be the first. It'd be the best one of those, I would say.
It has to be, yeah.
And then for me, I would put Resurrection.
See, Resurrection for me would probably be dead last. I'd probably go Kills, Rob Zombie 1, 2, Resurrection. Probably.
That's tough for me because they suck in different ways. Like they're just.
Well, maybe I'd put Rob Zombie, the first one, ahead of Resurrection. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen Resurrection. I've only seen Resurrection maybe twice. That's definitely the one that I've seen the least.
Yeah, I went back and tried to watch it, like, I don't know, a couple months ago and just absolutely couldn't get through it. They're all just horrible in different ways, in my opinion. But I would probably put, like, both Rob Zombie's films, ahead of, or not ahead of, at, like, dead last to everything else. That's just me.
But the interesting thing, though, I mean, and this is what makes it always fun to talk about movies like this, is it's divided. I mean, there is a clear, there's a group that hates it, and there's a group that loves it. I think I'm kind of in the middle. I mean, I didn't think it was the worst thing ever, and I did like some aspects of it. But most people, it's either, I'm seeing that most people either love it or hate it.
I didn't care for it. I just didn't.
It's tough. It's hard to say, like, when you say good movie, it's hard to put this even into a category because I don't think it was like a great movie.
The die of COVID, Michael.
I mean, hey,
we
who
need.
the hell knows?
That would be
Like, I can sit here and say, okay, well, I'm going to take 2018 and Kills, and if you try to compare it to something like Midnight Mass, like, to me, that there's not even like a question of like a better movie or story, right? Like, it's very different. Like, I don't think either of these are a great movie like Part 1 was, or Part 2, or even Part 3.
Nobody can make
hard for me
movies
to
like
really-
that anymore. That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. Like, but that's why I kept saying how great I thought Midnight Mass was, because I felt like that was just so you don't see stuff like that anymore. Like real good stories and build and characters and something different. Like it was just very different than what the norm is. Like even Malignant to me, I loved it, but it wasn't like a great movie. It was just fun and it had like certain things you just haven't seen in a long time, which was different. But I still don't look at that and be like, wow, it was a fantastic movie. Like there's not many of those, and especially in the horror genre, that you really see anymore.
I think for me though, like for a movie that comes out in 2021, honestly, we shouldn't really expect much. These comic book movies and Marvel movies are fucking, they're making them every damn week. It seems like they're coming out. Mm-hmm. Just like throwaway. I see that as like throwaway shit. Just, let's remake Batman again. Let's remake Spider-Man
I don't watch
again.
any of those movies.
I don't either. So like in 2021, I don't really expect, I think that's the difference between Dead Pit reviewing stuff in 2007 versus Dead Pit reviewing stuff in 2021. We're conditioned to kind of accept all of this bullshit that these companies are coming out with. So the fact that...
No, it's unacceptable. I don't accept none of it.
You know
I don't accept these fucking eco cases, and I don't accept this bullshit.
I think you're right. Both of you are right. Like, Uncle Bill's right where it shouldn't be acceptable, but you're right because it is accepted. And I kind of fall in between when it comes to a lot of stuff because, man, look at it when it comes to wrestling. Like, how can people say, like, oh, this was decent? Dude, wrestling hasn't been fucking decent in years, but it's just we accept, like, mediocre product because we're just so used to garbage for so long. So as soon as something good happens or decent happens, it's looked at as, like, it's amazing. And I think you're right on both ends.
This is fucking garbage right here.
So that's the thing. It's like we're the expectations are low, you know.
Shop.deadpit.com. The shirt's coming tomorrow.
You do realize though that my expectations for Scream Factory are low as anything. Like it doesn't get any lower. I mean, I understand with what you're saying, but you know that films really aren't the same, or they don't have the same quality. Maybe it's due to the fact of COVID. Maybe it's due to the fact of like people just don't.
This was going on way before that, boy.
They just don't. But the other thing I can say to that though is that I remember watching like a documentary clip of John Carpenter talking about just that one end scene from Prince of Darkness where the hand goes through the the water and all that, and talking about that for 20 minutes about like everything that went into that, why he chose to make that scene look the way that it did and like how it played out. I guarantee you nobody thinks about shit like that.
New York Ninja, man, that one is coming out. We got to save up for that. Dude,
I'm excited for that. I am really excited for that. It reminds me a lot of that other one I really liked there.
And Vinegar Syndrome wanted to put Miami that out there that the director that diddled those kids had no involvement in the,
oh God,
restoration of
John Liu.
Yeah,
one of the Liu brothers. Yeah. From the Liu clan.
That supposedly diddled children, or whatever he did. I don't know what he did, but that is Halloween Kills. Is Halloween ends?
Let's talk really quick about what you guys think of the ending. I thought it was. I didn't understand it. Like, he's in this battle, he comes back, kills everybody after he was like shot, stabbed.
In slow motion, he kills people.
And then all of a sudden, the next scene, he's in a house, and it's like, wait, how did he get to the house? And the house, she's looking out the window at the house surrounded by cops, right?
So, I'm telling you, it's going to be a fucking dream or something. Like, there's going to be some, like, she'll either...
Actually, you made a good point. That end scene with her daughter could have been a dream, I think. That section, because it didn't make sense. He killed all these people. She's in a house randomly where she was supposed to, what'd they say to her? Go see your mother. She decides to go to the house instead. Look out the window. She sees police lights all over the place. He pops out, kills her Psycho style, which I think was definitely an homage to Psycho with her mother, because it was like the same cuts, like when he was stabbing her, like she was in the shower. You kept seeing the slits on her wrist. I don't think she's dead regardless.
No, either one of two things. Either that'll be real and she just, comes back to life like the sheriff or whatever, or that's just some sort of like daydream fantasy sequence. She gets knocked out. There'll be some shit there.
Yeah. Judy Greer never dies.
Like, how did he get to how did he get in that house? It didn't make sense. He just appeared.
But I'll say this though, the sequence of, I hated the whole like mob thing, especially the part with him running around like asking people to join this mob. Like nobody's gonna fucking do that. Let me just line up to get murdered.
The Wonder Boy bat with him too from The Natural. You remember that movie, The Natural?
What did the bat say on it?
Wonder Boy.
No, it
said
Huckleberry,
it said fucking
Huckleberry or something.
Peacemaker from Silver.
No, it didn't.
Dangleberry. Did it say that on there?
I forgot what it said. It said
It
something.
did. Yeah, it did say Huckleberry.
Dangleberry.
Dangleberry. Anyway, the only sequence that I really liked in the whole fucking movie was this when they got him surrounded, and then like they're all beating the shit out of him and all that, and then he comes back to life and does WWF style. Even I like the way that
he should have did a kip up. That'd been killer.
Oh, that it was.
That would have been amazing.
Super kick party. He's like hitting everybody.
He no-sells everything like Hogan. Comes back up.
What do you say? You like the way it was shot? Is that what
I like the way that the whole thing was shot. I hate the idea of him like murdering like 50 people just because it seems so silly. But I like the idea of just the way that was all kind of like shot.
Well, that's the one thing. Like he said, the style. It's stylistic, and I like the atmosphere, especially of like the Halloween neighborhood. And like, I think it looked great. Like just seeing like the decorations and it felt fall and.
The guy knows how to make a movie. I mean, technically, and that's a huge difference compared to, some of these other fuckers they've had in there making these movies. Not talk about Rob Zombie, but Now Rob Zombie, technically, I think Rob Zombie can film. And it looks good. It's just the content of what he's doing.
Rob Zombie,
there was just no
worth the shit. Now, come on.
Yeah.
He just here's the thing. Rob Zombie and somebody else mentioned this. Like he made some good films when he was making his own shit and people were staying out of his way. When it came to making those films, though, he says it was the studio. I don't know what the fuck it was, but those movies to me don't even seem like Halloween movies. Like I don't even like. As much as I hated Halloween Kills, like it still seems more like a fucking Halloween movie than when I think about any of Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. It just does. It feels like it
definitely
fits in that world better somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, it definitely does.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be a divided audience with this movie. This is a different sort of Halloween movie too. Like you said, the ending was just weird. I didn't really know what they were getting for at the ending either. I mean, I would have figured when they all beat the dog shit out of him, that would be it for at least this movie, and maybe he hint at something at the end. Mm-hmm. But no, he fucking hulks up and destroys about 14 more people.
He's like, you. That would have
Let me tell you something,
shit.
Tommy Doyle.
Something, Soffers.
All right, here's another thing that I kind of confused with. So, what's the kid's name that came back that was like a side character in the first Lonnie.
Lonnie, yeah.
Okay, here's what I didn't understand. Wasn't Lonnie in the original one kind of a bully to Tommy Doyle?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Then they showed a clip of him getting bullied by like these other kids. And then he was saying all the same stuff that Tommy Doyle was saying when he was getting bullied by him, which he was like, leave me alone. And then like it was confusing to me. I'm like, is this Tommy Doyle? Like he was saying all the same lines from that original movie of what Tommy Doyle was saying when he was getting bullied. He was like reciting that whole scene again. So I was like, who the hell is this? They were both wearing like a red jacket. And I was super confused.
Yeah, they call that an homage to the first movie. That's all that was. I don't think they were looking at, character.
I mean, I think it was an homage, but at the same time, like, don't you think it's just kind of weird? Like, he bullied another kid and then repeated what that kid said when he was bullying him when other people were bullying him.
It was Lonnie Anderson.
Fuck. That's true, though. The only thing I remember about Lonnie's character is that Dr. Loomis is like, Lonnie,
get out of
here, you
get your ass away from that, Lonnie. You little bastard. Silver Shamrock Mask, though. We didn't mention that. Those were
That's like a
another
staple in
homage.
these new Halloween movies, yeah.
Can I take a minute just to say how much I fucking hate like what Dr. Loomis said in Halloween Kills 2? He just busts in there and he's like, for no reason, did he kill again? What?
Did Michael kill again?
What? What if he did? I mean, wouldn't you assume that he did? Why would you bust in fucking screaming that?
What the fuck is going on in here? I need
That
some
was a
fish
weird.
and chips.
That was kind of a weird line. It didn't really make much sense. Could have been like he could have said anything else, like is he in
Yeah.
here or something, you know?
Yeah.
Did he kill again?
Whoa! All right, guys, but
God damn it.
yeah, that was, I don't know.
Buster Rhymes hiding under Lori's hospital.
That'd be killer.
But isn't it funny though that Halloween, the original Halloween 2, Laurie spent the whole movie in the hospital bed, and then this Halloween 2, she spent the whole movie in the hospital bed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that had to be kind of planned
Yeah.
out that way.
She's like, I don't do sequels. The second
That's
one,
the
I
other
just kind of
thing.
lay around.
Other thing, too, that didn't make any sense that I just now thought of while we were talking about that is you remember the whole time, like, Judy Greer's in the hospital, she's like, he's fucking coming here. He's going to be here. Like, he's going to come here. And he never fucking comes there whatsoever. That whole thing was completely for nothing. And she's running around
true.
screaming it the whole time.
Because they wanted
But
to
you
kill
know
that.
the
other guy.
mob in Haddonfield they fucking had it. Michael Myers, 40 years ago, killed some people they didn't know, and they were coming after him.
No.
All right, guys, but yeah, we're almost 2.5 hours in this fucking shit. What the hell?
All right, so we got to get some. We got to get a Halloween and eco case shirt.
Eco dies tonight. Sure.
Eco dies tonight. Sure. And then maybe put the recycle logo on it somewhere.
I'm gonna
That'll be the O in the eco.
hire that guy to bust in and go, did they send an eco case again?
Goddamn Scream Factory in the eco cases.
It's awful. Okay.
All right, boys. But Garrett, have you got anything coming up on your channel you want to mention on here?
Let's see. I got Hocus Pocus 2 video on location video coming. What else do I have? It's October. I have a whole list of stuff. I just can't think off the top of my head what I got coming.
Whoa.
I got to do Halloween 4 and 5 4K reviews. Gonna do those as well this
I
week.
watched the Dr. Death thing.
Oh yeah, I haven't even watched these yet, so I don't even know what
that
this
was
is.
just weird. Yeah, you could talk about it on
it
your
was weird.
video, but yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I got
so
a quick
those
question,
coming.
though.
Sure.
Quick question about the Hocus Pocus 2 thing.
Yeah.
Is that legit? Like, are they bringing back the cast, like Bette Midler and everybody going to be in that movie?
Mm-hmm.
That seems so weird to me, man. She's got to be damn near like 80 years
It's
old.
a Disney. Is it a Disney Plus exclusive movie or whatever?
I believe it's going to be a Disney Plus exclusive. I think. Yeah. So they're building the set like right down the street from my house, which is super weird. It doesn't even make any sense why. And word on the street is that they are supposed to do a scene kind of like with the Strode house in this Halloween where they're going to burn the town. So they're building it now. They're behind schedule right now. So it's nice because I can just basically drive over there and get some pictures and walk around and stuff. But it is roped off. But I'm going to see if I can go there maybe on a Sunday and see how close I can get to some of the stuff. But I would love to be able to grab a piece of, one of the buildings or something someday. But, I don't want to be on the news arrested for stealing Hocus Pocus.
Usually with those sets, don't they usually just set them on fire
That'd be
or whatever
awful.
after they're...
That'd be the most.
I'm pretty sure.
That'd be the worst way to go to jail.
So, I don't know. I think they're going to try to burn it or whatever, which, it does kind of suck, that they're just going to burn that thing down, but it's cool. It's something different. I figured I could do that. Not many people have access to, so.
Cool.
And as of right now, that's kind of all I really know. I have a list of stuff, but I can't think off the top of my head, but it's October, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming.
Awesome. Now we got to do a commentary for Friday the 13th Part 2. That's going to be coming up in the next week or two. And you going to do another Argento video, Uncle Bill?
Yeah, I'm not sure when, because I actually do have to watch a couple of these movies. I've never seen Giallo. I think I've watched maybe like half of Dracula 3D. I'll have to watch that again. But sometime in the next 2 weeks, yeah, I'll do the last part of that.
And for those that don't know, on our channel right now is the first Dead Pit on the Road that we've done in 8 years.
That's crazy. That's been 8 years.
Yeah,
It is.
It is nuts. But yeah, I looked it up myself because I was like, wonder what the last one was before this, and it was that fucking Evil Dead remake.
Buddy, fuck you. Fuck Argento.
Maybe we should do would you guys want to do a Halloween 2018
Piece of trash.
commentary?
Halloween 2018.
Commentary, would you want to do it?
But I'll do anything.
I'd do it.
Because I'm curious to kind of talk to you guys about it as it's going on.
That's one thing, though, that, I mean, for all the flaws that movie has, I actually really do enjoy the kind of the atmosphere of it and everything, so I would do that in a heartbeat.
I mean, I honestly, from the first few seconds, I liked it. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about it, though. Maybe we'll do that. We can do that one next week.
Do you want your mask back?
The mask? Hey, the mask has looked cool in both movies. I'll give them that.
Yeah. That is one thing we didn't mention at all, though, was how good that what's his name? You said his name like 5,000 times.
James Jude Courtney. Whoa! He's from Ohio, though. He's not British, but I looked that up, too.
How he's from Ohio. You're talking about him.
That name just sounds British, though. Hello, my name's James Jude Courtney, it is.
He did a really good job, though, as Michael Myers in both those films.
All right, but yeah, it's midnight, bulls. We won't sleep in tomorrow, and yeah, check Born the number 2 BE Rad, and like the video, do all that good stuff, comment, it helps, and at Dead Pit or deadpit.com.
Oh, fuck.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you
Yeah.
dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.